What sort of treachery is this? It's Saturday, and I'm here on camera, just like yesterday, hopefully with a lot better record than yesterday. We're playing an old Pauperganda favorite, Simic Deathtouch. A lot of, more logical people would call it. I like to call it Flash Gordon, because it was a really bad 70s movie, and sometimes it can be a really bad deck. But jokes aside, the flash count on this is pretty high with our Ambush Vipers and Spellstutter Sprites and such. So a little fight, excuse God, how many times, a million times have I said your name and I screw it up live, in the house in the SS metagame here. So hopefully we got some new blood. I'm sure it might be a little slow to the party with the alerts on Google and such. But, it's 12 o'clock, so here we go. I'm going to go over the deck list as I always do. We run 19 lands. We got 2 Ash Barrens of the expensive Persuasion, 1 Forest of the Homeland Persuasion, not homelands, but just where I'm from. Let's see, how many islands do we have? We've got 10 islands, 1 seat, 4 Thornwood Falls, and 1 Tree of Tales. Why are these, do you ask? Well, we've got Trinket Mages in the list, and I'll get to that in a minute. 2 Viridian Longbows and a Relic are our 1-drops for our Trinket Mage, said Trinket Mage, and 4 Preordains help the early. This might alarm some people. 4 Dispels. I ran 2, then I ran 3, and when both those things had in common, I always wanted to see another one, and I was always bringing in another one. Only against green decks do you maybe cut these down to 2, otherwise it's just good against everything. We've got 4 more counters in the form of Spellstutter Sprite, and this is probably the biggest addition of the deck. I just went hardcore. Our islands can support this, and I need a way to just kind of stay in it and up the value of the deck. So we went with the old classic best card in Magic, Counterspell. We've got 4 Ambush Vipers, which double as removal. 4 Deadly Recluse, kind of the MVP of the deck, especially with Longbow. For those of you uninformed, if you put a Longbow on either one of these and tap it, it kills anything in the format outside of regeneration. So anybody else in the chat? It's awfully quiet out there. I want to make sure my feed didn't drop. I'm kind of flying blind here, so chime in. Don't be shy, please, even if you just want to type in a letter D. I don't know. We got 4 Pestermites, which are really good about disrupting, as their name suggests, against Tron and their lands. But what's really cool is once you've got this package out, you can end of turn double ping stuff or untap, go grab a Spellstutter Sprite and such. It's good times. Trinket Mage, really, really good hard hitter. I lost the Bone Splitter. Olesh in the house. Good to see you. Thank you for chiming in. All right, I know I'm not talking to a wall now. And we've got 3 Pulse of Murasa's main. This is just really silly later in the mid-game when you Pulse of Murasa, a Spellstutter to counter. It's pretty gross. And 3 Ninjas. I used to run 4. Just always sat in my hand a little too long, so I lost it for the Dispel count. Sideboard, we got 4 Hydroblast, 2 Tranquility, which is just a catch-all for both Heroic and Hexproof, and some of the Fog decks. We've got our last Pulse of Murasa. I was trying to find something cute or ultra techy against burn that was better than the Hydroblast, but I just went with this because it's tried and true, and it really is organic to the deck. This is probably the best fog effect for this kind of deck because you block with your 1 poison creature. Their 5 dudes don't do any damage. Your poison dude does do damage, and not only is it a fog effect, you kind of kill one of their dudes in the meantime. So this is good against aggro. 3 Serrated Arrows, a homage towards both the dominance of Delver and Tribe, and 1 Relic to go with our other Relic, to go with our Trinket Mages, and all of that. MSD and Nimchimsky. Hey, I'm here a bit shy and still in the middle of a game, here in half listening. All right. So let's just jump on in here. Hopefully we don't have bouncing screens. I think I fixed it. I'm thinking maybe we'll see, and hopefully we can hop on in here. And I'm trying, win, lose, draw, whatever. I'm just really going to try to not. Hey, look at that! I might have fixed the screen. Really going to try to not punt. It's hard not to though, especially when I'm live. Don't like this hand right out of the gates. I've had probably 20 draws with this in the last 3 days, and this is easily the worst one. We have 1 Forest in the deck, so to give you a reference point there, and the rest are pretty much blue spelled or blue sources. So we're going to have to pitch this. All right, we will mulligan this. We will keep this because of Preordain and because we're going to be able to see the top. We already got a Dispel. We'll put that on the bottom. Don't know what we're up against here first. And hopefully, looks like Tron. Tron of some sort. Alrighty, here we go. Pestermite will be kind of nice here. We don't have to come out too fast and early. All right, mana's feeling good. We're looking for part of our combo here. Not that it will really need it that quickly. This is a weird one. I kind of want both of these. I think I'm just going to put these both on top. Top. I want the Trinket Mage. We'll draw it next. And then, because we can go fetch our Tree of Tales to turn on our things. And, I probably want to grab Relic in this matchup over the Viridian Longbow. In case he hits Tron real quick and an Omog's Crusher comes out. But even if that happens, we've got Pestermite in tow to kind of do some good times there. So we'll see. We're going to Preordain here. And, well, I do want to draw a land, and I do like that. And we're going to have a pretty good count there. So we'll put this on top and this on top. I'm going to kind of have to slow roll this a little bit. We'll play the Pestermite card end of turn, or maybe beginning turn against Tron. We do have some counter magic up, so. Hey, look, the robot got it right. This is our first game, and we haven't done anything yet. We're 0-0, completely undefeated. That feels good. Hopefully it lasts. I think this purple thing means that they've won a ton, so might not be the easiest thing to pull off. We shall see. Given that Tron's going to come out next, I want to be a bit more proactive with my Trinket Mages and fix our mana while we got it, seeing that they probably have red removal. They're probably wondering, what on earth is this guy on? So we haven't gotten our green yet, so I'm going to play that now. Now we're right. All's right with the world. We'll bring out our next Trinket Mage, and we can go either get Relic or part of the package, or bounce it with a Ninja and come back and do that. So this is probably a Seagate coming on through. Probably on upkeep here. We'll go after the tower a few turns in a row, maybe be able to turn on Sprite and win through the air. We don't really have to do the poison plan. It's nice if it shows up, but there's some times you can just kind of ignore it. Keep moving. 6 cards to 6. All right, we've got this settled. I've got Dispel, which I like because that's another thing. This deck, it's all of these little sneaky trick plays. One of the reasons I like it so much. And when you rely on Counterspell, you want to save that for the big, what you're trying to fix. Not the this is a perfect example right now. Like on the upkeep, I'm gonna want to Pestermite. He's probably got some either flicker or any sort of thing, and this stops all the shenanigans as referenced here. We shall see, hopefully. Or he might just be trying to kill. Well, he couldn't really kill that. So again, never tired of seeing Dispel main. Love it. This is the beginning of their turn. They're gonna. Tron is very mana hungry. We're gonna stifle the turn at least, and then we'll do it again next turn. Yeah, we want to use the ability. Be real slow when you click on that ability, everyone. Astute players might tap it first, and then you untap it, and they get like extra mana out of it. So just be aware of that. Please keep the chat up, guys, even if you're just talking about baseball or something unrelated. I just want to make sure the feed's all going good. We had a little, yesterday's show went fine, but there were some hiccups on Twitch's end, so I'm a little paranoid. I guess would be the right way to say it. All right, we've got that. Now even here, if you're wanting more mana, you can Pestermite, untap, attack, do all kinds of good things. So we've got our defense held up, and I used to have one Bone Splitter in here for fetching. It only came out in games I was winning, and I just didn't need it. Freelance, good to see you. Aloha to you. I sure wish Max Holloway was fighting. If you are a UFC fan, I'm so bummed out that he didn't do that. But how are we doing today? We're 0-0, so we're undefeated. Feed is doing good. Be watching 100% in a bit, says Nimjimki. And morning to you, sir. All right, so we could counter this, but I think that would be becoming a little bit counter happy. I'm just going to let this through. I wish Seagate showed you what was happening, but I gotta kind of try to ignore chat unless we start doing terrible. Then it'll be a party show. Until then, so tower's in the house. All right. Oh, we're gonna end of turn. Pestermite again. Again, if he's got a spell, he's got to use it now. It's fine by us. Be so nice to have that other Dispel. Didn't know we were going up against Tron. Very good against Tron matchups. 2, but this is great. It's on his turn. Nope. You go ahead. Hey, finally get to catch a live one. All right, Superfan99, good to see you and thank you for joining us. We're playing a fan favorite here, by far the Simic Deathtouch build. All right, let's hope my coffee keeps up. Pestermite countered. This is coming out here. Let me go like this with Trinket Mage. I'm going to go get the Relic. Not quite sure if I should play it or not. We can only counter a 2-mana spell. So I think I'm going to gamble here, unless anybody says otherwise. Normally against a creature deck, we would be grabbing the Longbow here, but I'm going to grab the Relic. And I think we Preordain. Because 2-mana spell, a Prism maybe. Not too worried about that, so I want to Preordain here. We'll worry about countering next turn. Maybe we can set up even more Pestermite so that our Spellstutter will really do something. We've already got our green source, so I'm not too worried about that. This will be nice to ensure that we get Pestermite, or if he kills anything, we'll put Pulse of Murasa on the top. One of the cool things about Pulse of Murasa, if you ignore the life, it's just about kind of upping your creature count. And so it acts like we have 12 of these good critters, so good times. Love the random Saturday stream, says Freelance X. Yeah, we're trying. What webcam am I using? Oh, just the standard one. I got a, that'd be a question best for a little fight. He set up my tech here when we first got this laptop. It's just a standard, it's a newer laptop, but it's just the webcam that comes with it. So I'm sure the smaller also the aspect ratio gets on any camera, the more crisp it looks. So it's pretty easy to do a Twitch feed as long as your screen resolution and such is good. I don't know why. Does it look like crap? Does it look good? Who knows? All right, coming on over for 2 with the Pestermite, which trades with Delver and Mold Drifter, the 2 most common things you'll find flying in Pauperganda airways. Let's go. Our opponent's probably like, what is this guy playing? Is this some sort of land destruction Simic build? No. We haven't even shown him the goods yet. What's cool is if we do have things like in this stage of the game when things start getting countered, we can go grab them, especially like Spellstutter Sprites, as I mentioned earlier, and go fetch stuff. So this is probably a Mold Drifter. Glad to have Relic on board early. Wish I could trip it. He's going to go grab Condescend, which is going to be able to pay for quite a bit. But what's kind of cool is if we get another green source, we can kind of bait out the counter there. Condescend, the good news is by playing that, we can kind of shut off his graveyard, and we're still pecking him in the air. Don't have much on the defensive side of things. First things first, we'll do this. Make sure the good spell's gone. It's better than a lot of other streamers. Oh, not the most screaming endorsement. I hope it's really good. All right, Spellstutter's good. That's good. Could go get another land with that. That might be kind of cool. I'm going to keep the stutter. I'll say top. Gonna kind of slow roll this a little bit. And we'll rock with this. Pestermite living up to its name. We will end of turn Pestermite. Hopefully drawing a counter on their turn. Again, everything on their turn. He's talking about the webcam. No, I know. I just seen the money I paid for the laptop. I hope it's like top and not just kind of mediocre, but hey, if it is, let me know. Maybe we need to upgrade. I was pretty astonished. What was it, like 8 or 9 months ago when I got the new one, and I thought the old one was pretty good, and then I saw that one. It was like putting on a new prescription glasses and reading for the first time. It was like, holy crap. I was like, sorry everyone. That was really pronounced. Okay, so everything's kind of off. Let's I mean, we've kind of got the game here. Let's see if we can get him to bite on, get counter happy. We know one of the cards in his hand to Condescend, so I just love doing this on their turn. It's like, here you go. Take your counter spell. If you want to flicker anything, I got that too. That's fine. It doesn't really do anything here. We're not hurting for mana. Of course, he might be holding a fireball, but that's the case. We've still got the counter. Flash Gordon, UG, Flash Deck, Deathtouch, Counter Control. Yeah, this has got a lot of names. Simic Deathtouch is probably what you'd want to call it if it was on Goldfish, but I played this deck a while back And I actually made this deck long time ago. It was called Death Deluxe. And ever since then, just been having a good old time with it. Had some 5-0s, only one 5-0. I had a lot of 4-0s back in the day and some 3-2s, but it's not the best deck. But I put in a lot more counter magic now, and I hope that is key. So what I want to do here, we know his Counterspell is gone. I'm going to go try to fix our mana some more with yet another one of these guys. See if he's got another counter. I mean, we've got 2 fairies on board. Okay, this is good. We're going to go grab a Seat of the Synod. Actually, we probably should grab this to start killing walls and such. Don't really need the mana yet, and we'll probably draw into more. He's like, what on earth is this guy playing? Emailed you the other list I put together last night. A bit rough, but it's fun, says Koski35. Very nice to hear. So yeah, we're... looks like next turn we might be able to go crazy. I just got to keep in mind the time, though. I think this is a lot more robust. It has a lot more presence in the game with all the counter magic, but I've got to be very careful with my time, as noted here already. Forbidden Alchemy in the house. God, I wish I had one more. All right. I can always trip it for the demise. I mean, for the flicker. Counter target non-creature spell. That's fine. 7. What's this? Flashing it back already, eh? Okay. That is a sneaky card, too. Look at the cards. Put one of them in your hand. You don't have to show nobody. I like toolbox decks, says Olesh. When they work, I like them, too. I like how sneaky this deck is. Against control decks, against creature decks, it's got the solution in theory and on paper, but then against control decks, it's like end of turn, end of turn, end of turn. And so it's kind of like, I don't know, you just kind of feel like you're poking the control mage in the eye a little bit. And they're like, stop that. It gets a little irritating. Thus the name of Pestermite. Gosh, this thing's hit like, I think for 10 damage by now, hasn't it? All right. 6 at least. Go like this. And I'm wondering if I should just cast end of turn Spellstutter. There's a lot more things that do. I'm going to do that. It's got 4 cards in his hand. Put him on a little bit faster clock. Just always want to draw the counter happy people out. It's like, I don't know why you would counter this. Oh, it's probably, that's a pretty good play there. Pulse of Murasa to go get your Muldrift there. That's fine. It's end of turn though. Gonna have to keep our Sprite back now though, not for Muldrifter but for the Fireball. Here comes the 3. All right, so we're gonna cast this first, just so he's like, big deal. What's that gonna do against a Muldrifter and a bunch of walls? Or maybe he thinks differently. Who knows? We've got some action. Condescend for 5. Let's counter that. Forgot. First punt of the day. For some reason I thought that was 1. Shows me the lesson. Alright, well. Against it here. Just trying to go all day without one punt. I already made one in the very first game, but that's pretty common with me whenever I stream. A wee bit comedy of errors there. Okay, we know he's got a Muldrifter in hand. Strange. He hated the Longbow that much. Yeah, I'm getting that now, Olesh. A Doomblade on the Pestermite. Okay. Recluse up. We know he's got a Mole Drifter. Not liking that. We're going to kind of have to stall here. We're already about 10 minutes down. So are they, though. Counterspells haven't shown up. We've got 3 more Dispels and a full Counterspell suite in our next 38 cards. So hopefully we can... here now. 100%. All right. Prism in the house. I've thought of playing Spreading Seas and such, but if you're new to the Pauperganda stream and such, the presence of crop rotation, Flicker and Pulse of Murasa makes land destruction or screwing with it just kind of a no-go zone. Got to keep Relic back. This is fine. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, don't want to pulse here either. We've only got 1 more Longbow in the list, so I might be willing to trade with the Mole Drifter, especially if it's going to instigate some sort of trade war with the graveyard. I want to be very careful not to trip Relic impatiently, which I'm prone to do. Boop. Gotta watch my time. Rock this. Alright, that feels a little bit better. Counter a lot of stuff. I think I'm just going to start walking in with the Recluse. See if he wants to start trading. If he wants to trade 2 for 2, I'll do that. Anything that blocks dies. Okay. So then we can turn this into a 3 for 2 war if this continues. Never mind that. Darn Cliffs. Alright, 3 cards in hand. Halfway through his deck, about 10 cards up on us. 9 to be specific. Deluxe, how is your free weekend going? It's going amazing. I'm really getting into that new show on Amazon Prime, Goliath. Really like that. Very cool. Here comes our instant suite. We'll rock like this. Those darn sea gates are kind of making... I could be attacking with bearers for quite a while here. Anybody give me a deck list on this guy and let me know what's game 2. Like Trickery can be a bit of a headache. It's very situational. I don't care about that. I don't want to get counter happy here. I've only got 1 counter spell. I think Deep Analysis is underrated. Yeah, it's a great card. I almost wanted to play it here. So tempted to trip the Relic here, but it's alright. Outside of 2 more Murasa spells, we don't have much food there. End of turn. Spell. Zap! Billy Bob Thornton is an amazing actor. He sure is. Always impressed with him. Feeling a little bit better now. Here, I'm trying to be as patient as I can with this. Hope you guys are appreciative. Let's go like this. Gonna trade with something. Not too worried about the Viridian Longbow tech here. Want to will down these numbers just so that the Trinket Mages can start hitting, but as it sits, feeling okay. Why we like to spell so much. Counter that. I want to keep this thing rolling here. Could still die to a fireball, but can always trip the Relic. And we do have 4 counter spells in our next 30 cards, so hardcore. There we go. There's our friend. All right. Let's go like this. Man, if that Mole Drifter wasn't there, time that a bit different, wouldn't I? If something dies, we got the goods. We got the goods. Now you can see, even in this matchup where you wouldn't think Deathtouch pinging would be that big of a deal, well, we could ping them to death, or we can kill their walls or hit stuff in response to all kinds of good things. I think their condescend count is used up, isn't it? 1, 2, I think I've only seen 2 usually. This one adds 3 already. Maybe they're running all 4. Who knows? Alright. Done with lands. I think I'm going to hold the rest of them. Can definitely play anything we want. Trip this. Attacking. We are in that territory again. Oh, oh, what did I read out loud? Down goes this dude. Good choice. Pow. Now our Trinket Mages can turn on. The reason I was willing to kind of give up one or both of those, I just want these bears to really start hitting. I think we're about to see some ghostly flickering shenanigans. If that's the case, we are just going to run over stuff. Might be worth it to just attack with the Spellstutters. We've only got, let me check my graveyard here. Well, there is one more. If we already had one in the yard, I would probably just attack and get in the extra damage, but we'll see. 1 life. Yes. Yesterday, that was quite embarrassing. 1 life indeed. All right. You can see how comfy the Counterspell package is feeling now, especially against a dog like Tron. Let's be the aggressor. Don't care if I lose a sprite this many times over with triple things set up. Okay. 2, 4, 5, half his life. Play nice and slow. We lose 1 sprite. So it looks okay. So even when the package doesn't show up, it's alright. Gotta play nice and slow here. See what we're up against. This is probably a flicker play. Oh, we covered it yesterday. I'm going to counter that with, while I can, I would use Dispel when you can. Obviously, Counterspell's a lot more flexible. He's probably got 2 more in his hand, but we've got 2 counters and the draw on this. Hey, alright, so we're up a game against Tron. But our clock's running out pretty fast. Longbow's cool. Relic was cool. We definitely want to have another Relic. And other than that, we saw a few. We're already kind of pre-boarded with our 4 Dispels main. I know that sounds crazy. I love it. Hydroblast is a bit of waiting around for something that Dispel or Counter or Sprite can handle, so I'm not going to bring that in. Terrifying Presence, not aggro friendly enough. Did anybody get a list on this guy? Are we running into Crushers? Kind of would like to know. Tranquility. I know it seems weird, but this is a catch-all. I love that it just says enchantments because it grabs auras and enchantments. There are some crazy things like Journey to Nowhere that are not auras, so be aware. Serrated Arrows is just awesome against most of the metagame right now. Anyone? Do we have a list? Normally I will look this kind of stuff up, but I'd like Pulse of Murasa to stay here. I have another one, but not so much for the life gain. It would be nice answer to a end of turn fireball sort of thing if they're running Korvik's Torch, but it's mostly there to just kind of go grab Spellstutter Sprites again. I can't read their name to look. Oh, okay. Let's see. Bird of Prey 12, all lowercase. Trinket Mage might be able to come out. It does add a lot of card advantage, though. Like the relics, like the longbows. Let's see. You could probably lose a ninja, maybe even, just because of the walls and the guys. I'm thinking I'm going to lose maybe 1 pulse. I think 1 pulse here for a relic. We've got 2 Pulse of Murasas to get the graveyard still going. 3's a little extreme. No list, so I'm just going to roll like this. We still got our combo and the longbow and the killers, and technically it's 10 Deathtouch creatures with Murasa, so should be all right. We'll see. Hey, no bouncing screens either. Well, we're going against a bit of a slow deck. Our mana is a little flooded here. I'm going to keep it. A little flooded, but we're not the fastest deck out there, so we'll be all right. Could sit back on a Counterspell, bring out our Trinket Mage, see if they want to start countering stuff early. We've got to always watch out for this Condescend for 1 crap. That's what's so fun about Preordain and about Flash Critters at the end of their turn, as we saw in that last game. I think I've got enough ninjas. You can never have too many ninjas, right? But we'll put this one on the bottom, this one on top. And next turn, the shenanigans should start. Be nice if we got a Dispel. No results. Okay. Not a fan of this artwork. I don't know why either. I can usually tell you why I don't like art, but not that one. I'm expecting like a map to come out, so I'm going to drop the falls here. No, that's folly. I'll get our mana right. I'll get the life next turn. This will be end of turn sprite no matter what happens. So we can turn on Ninja at least. I was really hoping for an expedition map to counter there. Does he want to use a Condescend now? It looks like he does. Look at that. Got to tap all out to stop a sprite. Bad news for him. We're going to end up with a herring. Duh! Sorry, bad Monty Python joke. But we're going to end up with part of our combo. Actually, we're going to go get Relic again first. Got kind of dual threats. We can always draw into our combo, but for right now, early on, I really want to turn on Relic as fast as possible. So I'm going to play this. Go from here. I've got another ninja target, and even better, we go get our little toolbox answer in Relic. Doink, doink. Bye-bye wall efficiency. Eat that. Oh, thank you for that, Olesh. I appreciate it. Doesn't have Tron yet, so we're feeling all right. This is when I do miss Bone Splitter a little bit, but realistically, I don't think the play would be to go get Bone Splitter against this deck. Well, we have that. Green's always a pump spell, so I'm going to instigate sort of a wee bit of a trick here to see if he wants to go for this. It's like, well, why would he attack? I'll tell you why. Got a ninja. All right, he didn't bite. No biggie. If he attacks, we still attack next turn and we're good. We could cast the ninja here. I think that's the play. I'm just going to cast it. Hit. Now we're ready. Onus is all on him. It's got to kill 1 or 2 creatures. Then we got Counterspell next turn. He doesn't have Tron yet. Uh-oh, now he's got Tron. This is a crusher. I'm going to feel stupid. But it's not. It's just a lovely Mold Drifter. The Condescend for 2 in the house, but we're already hitting our mana here, and then some. Could stop drawing lands would be really nice. Can attack with both, and don't have to really worry about much. Yeah, any tricks? Gonna be able to trade. Well, we can at least trade with a Mold Drifter here. Cards for cards. It's only got so many. We've got plenty of cards. You're gonna let it through? Okay, cool. Boink. Dead meat. No soup for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can just hard cast this. 3, 4. Pull this up. Hey, we still got threats again. We've got counter magic backup. It's a little sneaky looking. This deck requires so much. I gotta let this go. I'm not gonna get counter happy. I always critique people for doing that. It's not really doing much to the board. Got plenty of ways to kill that if they show up. Yeah, I could have attacked once for ninja, but then what? He drops some crazy good spell after that. I can be surprisingly patient sometimes, see? Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright, we'll just sit back. Remember, onus is on him, and we've got a ambush viper to come on through. At least kill one of those, and then we can start attacking again. Let's see what this is. He's killing our ninja. That's fine. It's not going to end the game if we counter that. Can't attack anyway. We've already got blockers. 10 minutes to 12. Got to keep an eye on that. Again, here comes the fun. Nobody anticipates having a counter on their turn when they're playing control. What is this? I don't think it's worth countering whatever he does here. Just kind of, he seems a little counter happy. Just condescend again. That's fine. I run at him, he blocks it. There's not much going on there, so it's like, all right, go ahead and counter something that doesn't matter. And he does get to draw, so there's a little asterisk next to that comment. He puts it on the bottom and the top. And here we go. We'll make him go like this. Life might be a thing, otherwise I'm going to hold on to these other lands. Hit here. He's completely shutting off his graveyard with one card. Feels pretty good, especially with the counterspell. A lot of times if you trip Relic, they can just go crazy. It's like, you know, a pulse flicker, boom, 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 and it's just like, oh my god, what was that there for? Really want all our dispels to show up. We're only playing 4. Be nice if they showed up. A little worried about the ninja flip, so he can't really attack there. I don't think that's worth playing right now. Maybe it is. I mean, 20 pings is a lot to ask. This is yet another condescend. You know what? Good for you. Good job countering the longbow. I wasn't getting too enthusiastic about pinging you 20 times with it. Maybe it's a lot better than we think against him. Maybe he's holding a crusher. No, you can have it. Enjoy your condescend. That's the third one again, and we're only 11 cards into the deck, so we'll make sure that doesn't come back. We'll save our counterspell for when it matters. No, I took Ona's Grace out. This is a pretty mana-hungry deck. Of course, right when I say that, this is when we're a little bit flooded. But if you remember our opener, we had, I think, 4 or 5 lands. And then we started drawing into some too. But he doesn't need to know that. Unless they're ghosting. Like the terrible plays of Grinprinny. I'm so offended by that. Love that guy. But man, am I disappointed he did that in the challenge. Okay. Well, we can cycle this. How many more lands we got here? 4 left. And 1 more artifact. So we have 5 left total out of 40 cards. Only 5 of them are lands. So this should start turning in our favor here. I'm not going to pretend that I don't want to even imply that I'm holding land. So I'm going to play that island with all these condescend style tricks. Maybe he's got capsize tricks starting up or whatever. Who knows? Okay, here comes some action. It's 9 minutes down. I'm going to try not to talk so much, guys. Here comes the alchemy. Memnonic Wall. Doing a whole lot of nothing. 7, 8, 9. Flashing it back too. He did this last game. This is like a repeat. I love the theory of Ona's Grace, but wow, it's kind of intimidating. He spills Pyroblast. Okay. Again, this is doing nothing for the board state. Except drawing a card, so gaining life. Boy, a newcomer to Magic would be like, what's this game trying to do? What's this all about? We'll start dripping his side graveyard apart. bottom. Here comes a real hitter. Top. Do that. You can even use Pestermite on Relic. That'd be pretty funny, huh? And I think we'll, he's, you know what, I've got a feeling this guy's on Electrickery after that first turn. He's probably like, God darn it, when am I going to use the spell? I think he would have discarded it at this point, though. We'll see what this new devilry is. I don't like that at all. Mystical Teachings, he's finding Negate, which will counter all of our stuff. What a jerk. Here he comes again. Gonna let that through, darn it. Let's bring out a Pestermite. That's cool. See how patient I'm being with this counterspell. It's about the 15th spell I could have countered, but I know he's got Negate too, so it's just a counter into a counter. I really want that Dispel to show up. If he ever taps out, I'll be real tempted to trip the Relic because we do have another one. I smell an Electrickery here. I'm going to let this through. I think that's the only reason this guy would attack, or he's got another one. If he plays another one, then I'll start blocking, but down comes Moldrifter probably. Might want to counterspell this. Oh, this is Denrova. Yeah, that's going to be a frustrating one. I'm going to have to probably trip Relic here after he pays. He at least can't get back the wall with other things because I have 4 Dispels in this list, so unfortunately I'm going to trip this now. Come on, Dispel. Nope. Okay. Well, there's that. Not many great targets here. I can always block with the Viper. Already used up his Negate, so that's kind of cool. Okay, he's throwing that back. We'll discard this and be very happy with that. We'll go get our Relic again. Very interesting. First we'll Preordain. See how mana hungry this deck is. Bottom, top. I'm going to play this while we can. 2, 3. Play this into a Relic. Actually, at this stage, it might be better to play the Viridian Longbow. Ooh, he's got flickers though. I'm going to take the Relic. Actually, if he flickers everything, I can still surprise kill the Horror. Just really respect that yard. I can still trip that and find a last minute Dispel. I've got 7 minutes to beat this guy twice. I've got to be careful. Mike Mann's in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, we're trying. We're up a game against Tron. I think game 1's victory was more out of confusion than tech. Really shutting off the yard here. Uncharacteristic patient play. Uh-oh, is he just going to burn us out here? I think he is. 15. Lots of that. Okay. Boom. We're at 9. Here comes the Horror, and we'll be able to surprise him, hopefully. He might have a spell here. Doink. Zap attack. He's got it, doesn't he? Look at this. Well, this will tell us how many Condescends he's playing, if he is playing. Yep, he's playing all 4. Okay, well, that's good to know. Odyssey lands are the best. Well, looks like we're going to be 1-1 if I don't draw something really good here. That's okay. Let's draw. Let's see if we get anything else. Oh, God, that's kind of painful, isn't it? We nix our graveyard and then we do that. Maybe he'll pitch something in the yard and we'll be able to gain 6 life and prolong this a little bit further. I should say not, just because we're 1-1 against Tron. Murasa's feeling pretty good, actually. I like the longbow. Our opponent seems a little counter happy. I think we're pretty boarded here. I like this. Denrova Tron is the worst, says Mike Van. I think so. Yeah, we're within like 10 seconds of each other, so I think I've got enough time to win it out. Condescend. Didn't really see, other than negate, not much else. And our counterspells were hiding. Pulse is a nice trick. I think we're going to keep it as is. Stay the aggro. Let's go. 1-1 against Tron. Let's see if we can start this day off right with a win. Anybody watching the UFC fights tonight? I sure am. Aside from all the juggling of the top spot. Yeah, in theory, this relic package is supposed to be enough, and it's proving to be enough. 2 with the fetchability of Trinket Mages feels like we're playing with 6 of them, and then you add the counter magic behind it, and you can't really sneak past any sort of graveyard shenanigans. So, who's on the card? Oh gosh, it was like 50 people by now. I'll tell you to break. Yes, I want to play first, and I want to play keep. All right, sorry for the carbonation effect there. We'll drop this, and I'm going to do a lot of F6ing now. 20 seconds down. Got enough time to win. I shouldn't be too worried. I'll just try not to talk so much. Even though we've got a better threat, I'm going to put this down just to keep him. We're going to feed that ninja, unless he can do something with it right now. Cool. Be really nice if we had a Dispel at this point, but this stage I'm just going to walk in with this. Go like this. Maybe eat a lightning bolt if he's got one. Come on, Dispel. Again, we only have 4 of them, so hopefully we draw one. Yes, I want to use this ability. Who the hell would say no to that? Probably a Flame Slash this turn. If not, we might... Come on, be mana screwed. All right. Now we can Pestermite or that. Hey, this is feeling kind of good. No reason to do anything on this turn. F6. I know, I should go back in time and rename myself the Impatient F6 Paladin. That'd be a really fitting name for me, I think. I'm going to draw. Come on, Dispel. That was one of the revelations I had with this deck. It was like, I always want to draw that. What's the deal? Pestermite. Let's turn off his blue source. Yeah, on your turn, sucker. Alright. God, I wish I had a Dispel there. But hey, look at that. Playing against control. And that's what the side of the board looks like. No maps for you. You get a colorless mana to stare at. And I'm going to keep drawing cards. We've already got the life here. I'm going to go rock this. I'm going to keep out of the range of Electrickery if he is boarding that. I think that was a miniature punt there. I should have attacked first, especially with Ninja, to see what I could see. This is a very can't quite think of what the word is for it. Pestermite, again, living up to its name. It's a very intense deck, though. You just gotta focus a lot, and you can't be distracted at all, which is why it's a really bad Twitch candidate. That's fine. Now I'll F6 myself. Nope. Again, his turn. He's already got 2 Condescends going. Our mana's looking great. We could stop drawing mana now. That's right, Mike, man. I've got coffee, some Diet Dr. Pepper, and a big jug of water. So if you're wondering, I'm mixing it up today. Thank you for joining us. Who's here for the first time because it's a Saturday? Anyone? There's a good chance that we're falling on deaf ears, too. I know that. Pulse of Murasa. Going to attack here. I'll pull some Murasa for our Pestermite. That'll be fun. Yeah, we want to draw a card. And we'll do that. Ooh, I like these. Top, play it and spray it. Here we go. 4 minutes to go. Opponent's kind of hurting for mana here. He's already used Condescend and an Exclude. What is this new devilry? We shall see. This is a creature I might consider just countering from here on out. Alright. He might have a flicker behind this. It's dead. What's up with the new border on your opponent's avatar? I think that's when you win a bunch. Notice how I don't have one. You know what? I think this is a folly play. I'm going to cast Viper. I can smell blood in the water. It's got to just be like, damn it, let me counter stuff on your turn, you jerk. Yeah, we'll go like this. Fairy Surprise. Counter spells in hand. 5 damage a turn and then some. We can Pulse of Murasa into the Pestermite too, which will make our fairy count a lot more respectable. What is this? Tricknology? Can I counter that with these guys? Counter here. And hit. Feels a little naked there. Like Trickery does set us back, but we have an end of turn play here. 1 counterspell. Hopefully they're not watching the stream. 5, 4, 3. If this is another Mole Drifter, now I'll counter. They probably have a Condescend, but see, they're all tapped out, so that's fine. Boy, it'd be nice if we draw the Longbow. 3 minutes, feeling okay. Let's find a Longbow, please. Well, we could go get that one. Darn it, if we went and got it, I can't really play it. Bottom, top. I'll do that instead. Let's see. Now we could do that for the Pestermite, which would be 2, 4, 6, 7. He'd be at. Bit of a folly there. Let's play it a bit safer. I could pull some Murasa, my Pestermite, play it, but then we'd be kind of naked. I mean, he doesn't have Tron, but we got 2 minutes, and he's really up against the wall here. That's fine. I mean, we can even pull some Murasa for the ninja there, and I'm going to cast some more pain here. We've got a lot of end of turn tricks here. Go ship, says Nemchimskis. Just turn on and saw your hand on the field. I don't know what ambush is my baby. Oh yeah, this is one of my old sweet decks too. I love it. Let's see what he's playing here. That's gonna trade with one thing. That's okay. Don't want to get counter happy here. I think we got him. If doesn't have Tron yet, we've got Counterspell. I'm a little afraid of the graveyard. Remember, we got Moment's Peace there, but we've got the counter for that. Let's see if we can pull out Pestermite. Now he does have Tron. Boy, it'd be nice if Dispel showed up. Like I said many times, we only have 4 of them. I think we might see them more often. If he had Electrickery, it'd be now. Okay. Mystical Teachings for what? Electrickery. Alright, well that gets rid of half our party. That kind of sucks. Painted Bluffs. He's got Murasa bait here. That's all right. Our turn here. 2, 3. Let's Pestermite here. He probably thinks we're going to tap the Oracle, but we're not. We're going to tap, well, yeah, we'll tap that. Only a minute left. I got to be on quiet mode now, guys. Hoo-ah. Nope. I'm not going to use our Ambush Viper till the very end of turn. 1 minute left. I got to be real careful here. Very competitive game. No big mistakes or anything. Moment's Peace shows up. Alright, he's got us on time if I don't find some way to interact here. This is fine. If he counters this and we attack, we actually might be able to, if we draw into a Dispel or Counter Magic, heck, even a Spellstutter Sprite. Nope, not in the cards. Still make him use it though. Sure. Moment's Peace in the yard. We can still grab Counter Magic. Fat chance with our graveyard. Hate sure hasn't shown up in this third game, has it? Alright, he's going fetching. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Little clock timer. That'd be awesome. EOT, baby. He's probably getting really tired of this. It's been a fun first game, though. Win, lose, or draw. I think it's going to be more of a timeout scenario here. Ah, boy, don't like that. You know what? That's a folly play. Okay. Just attacking with everything. Let's get our land down as much as possible. Nice thing about not having cards is I can just kind of F6 and let it up to him. Another 2 minutes we might have this. Me too, Mike, man, me too. Trickery's going to get rid of a few. Seagate will catch the rest. God, I wish we had Dispel. Like I said, we've only got 4 of them. They'll show up the rest of the games. We'll be alright. Or not. Take that, Tron. Woohoo! Who would have thought? Given the clock a few minutes ago. Whew. Ugh. See, that's the problem. We're up a game. That was a really cool match, but I'm like exhausted. Now I got to do 4 more. So I wasn't planning on taking a break this early, but I'm going to go stretch, and I'll be back for round number 2, guys. If you're new to Pauperganda, stay tuned, and if you're not, maybe you can learn a few things with our first commercial break, and I'll be back in about 4 or 5 minutes, guys. Thank you.
Welcome to Sideboards Explored. Here are the cards you should always look to first when building a proper Pauper sideboard.
First on our list is Coralnet. Being able to eliminate the worst threat on the board for 1 mana makes this card shine, especially for a color that lacks good removal. Crypt Incursion's ability to eat aggro players' graveyards and gain horrific amounts of life are not to be overlooked. Crypt Rat's capability to kill everything on the board is awesome. Make sure to master the multiple activation tricks to get rid of pesky undying critters in one swoop. Curfew punishes players for going all in on a creature. It's especially good versus Kiln Fiend decks and Hexproof. Curse of Chains can be used as removal in any white or blue decks. Great for isolating threats like Gurmag Angler. Duress goes a long way towards ruining your opponent's game plans on the very first turn. At worst, you get free intel on your opponent's hand strength. Electrickery is one of the best mass removal spells in the game. For years, commoners were forced to brew with cards like Seismic Shudder to combat small armies. Not anymore. Flaring Pain is the only answer outside of a counterspell for some of the most powerful fog effects Pauper has in its arsenal. Ghastly Demise is one of the most efficient removal spells in all of Magic, so long as your opponent isn't of the Swamp Persuasion. Gleeful Sabotage is a flexible card versus artifacts and enchantments, allowing a 2-for-1 removal effect for a small amount of tempo loss. It's a great starting point for dealing with artifacts and enchantments. Gorilla Shaman is hate at its finest. This card obliterates affinity decks. However, never cast this without backup mana. Gutshot is simply amazing. You're able to eliminate the majority of early Pauper threats. This is the card you should be playing with in almost every deck you brew. Hydroblast and Pyroblast are fantastic catch-all options for decks that run enemy colors. Lumathread Field is nasty tech for decks that aim to go wide by playing a lot of little creatures. The majority of mass removal comes in black and red, and aside from early discard, once this sticks, it's impossible for black or red mages to remove it. Martyr of Ashes is often forgotten in red decks and sideboards. While it often doesn't activate for more than 2 or 3 damage, if designed around, this card can be an absolute backbreaker. Moment's Peace often feels like multiple time walk effects on the battlefield. Do not underestimate the power of fog. Okiba Gang Shinobi. This is the card your opponent never wants to see. If left unanswered, it can turn the tide of battle if not dealt with immediately. Prismatic Strands. If you have access to white mana, you should be running this. It can often act as a one-sided Wrath of God. Obviously good versus big red spells like Rolling Thunder or Fling, its ability to flash back makes the power of this card border on being absurd. Rancid Earth's dual nature with regards to its threshold bonus makes your sideboard feel like it has access to 19 cards. Clearly a wonderful card versus Tron and other mana-hungry decks, it's also a great board sweeper for small creatures. Relic of Progenitus is a necessary evil in many sideboards and metagames. Remember you can trip this while your own graveyard recursion spells are on the stack, for example Raven's Crime, buying you a card and saving your own graveyard synergy. Serrated Arrows is especially mean with effects that can return it like Core Skyfishers. This card can really put the brakes on opposing tactics, usually gaining you a 3-for-1 advantage. Shrivel is one of the most feared cards in Pauper. Because it actually doesn't do damage, it's almost impossible to prevent. Be careful when you cast this, however. It's usually best before attacking, as it affects your creatures too. Snuff Out exemplifies sneaky removal and shines versus Kiln Fiend style decks. It's wonderful for stopping recursion loop combos even when tapped out. Standard Bearer can be gruesome versus decks like Stompy, Elves, Hexproof, etc. The play mistakes and game tempo this card causes are legendary. Stormbound Geist is a superb option for blue mages in both the mirror as well as heavy removal deck matchups. Sylvok Lifestaff is a bastion of hope against damage, brilliant in creature combat. Be careful when playing this as it can really make games go long. Remember to...
We are back. Sorry to interrupt the thing there. Didn't want you guys to miss out much. Looks like we're up against Delver. Yeah, that's one of our most long commercials. I see what you guys are saying in the chat, so cut out of it for a few reasons there. But a lot of times I do need to stretch my legs, and I don't want to have to babysit the feed. All right, let's see how this does. Let's go. I think I'll trade a Delver for that. All right, Cat Party's in the house. Good to see you. We like the sprites. I want to get this guy nervous, and let's try to get a hard counter out now. And put him on notice, like, oh crap, what am I playing against? I need a hard counter already? Yeah, baby. I'll trade that with a Delver all day long. Pulse of Murasa, I'll just go get it back. Yeah, I hope you guys stretched your legs too. I sure did. Come on, one island. Ugh. We just want a spider at this point. Sometimes Delver can have those draws, as is common with anybody, and one snap or vapor snag and can really set your tempo back. So you're capping it all up again. You got to uncap. All right. I don't mind. I mean, I might walk into a daze here, but what I like about this is I'm going to go grab a Longbow, which is just good against this deck. I don't even need the infect or Deathtouch creatures, and it'll be a must counter, and then we're sitting on two abilities here. Yep, I want to go get a Longbow. Have fun, because if he trips the tempo here and then comes at me with a ninja, we've got it covered. You should do more tech talking shows and movies, Deluxe. That's all I do Monday through Thursday, man. I was thinking of doing just a quick down and dirty video, nothing really produced, about just the layout of when you're streaming, because I see a lot of people making a lot of different mistakes, or you can't read cards and things like that. Just aesthetic layouts and stuff like that. Just kind of a streaming checklist sort of thing, but maybe, maybe not. Pulse of Murasa really keeps us in these kind of games. They counter, we counter. We actually are pretty even on the Counterspell variants with this deck. So we know we're going to run into... I really want an island here. That's fine. Now I don't really care because he's only probably got one spell to do it with. There we go. Alrighty. We'll bring this out now. Start pecking at fools. Wow. Oh. Somebody's got a bounce spell. Darn it. That's the only reason that should go through. See, if I equip it now, boing! And then what, I take 5 next turn? But it's still out there. I'm going to just ask for him to have it now. Go ahead and bounce it. You bounce that, I get extra value out of it. That's fine. We've got Murasa to kind of reset the turn. If Delver flips, he's at 2 cards. We're going to be able to go get even more stuff, and we've got a counter package here, and our threat's already out. That's why I was willing to do that. I'd be happy if I got 199 views. Oh, for some reason, we are just the sewer darling of the internet. We just cannot get noticed. Always cracks me up. There'll be like channels that just pop up for 2 weeks, and it's just like, 20,000 views, uploaded last Saturday. It's like, are you kidding me? It's like, God, I think our record is like maybe 8,000, and that's when the one time we got some love from the mothership. 1 card in hand. Could have swung with Spellstutter back up through combat. Possible ninja in. Not liking that line, buddy. Alrighty. Well, he's got enough for quite a few things here. Let's go Trinket. All right. Probably into, well, I'd love to have another green source, but right now I'm thinking Seat's the way to go here. We'll play this. We've got 2 of those and Spellstutter backup. With the 1 mana, double dispels. Feeling really good with the dispels here. He's probably regretting bouncing that. Of course, I'm sure he's not expecting to run into a deck with 3 Pulse of Murasas. Have you ever thought about a blog, dedicated YouTube channel, or more content? Might earn you some Pauper spoilers from WOTC. Yeah, that line of thought sounds good, but it's just our breadth of work. Like, I'll email people and it's just crickets. Like, they could at least say, oh, sorry, not interested or whatever. So, I don't know, there's something I'm not anticipating or doing right there. It's strange. I think I'm going to Spellstutter regardless at the end of his turn. He's got 2 cards. Oh, that'll make it easy. Let's see if he's got another sprite. If not, we're going to turn on our dudes real good here. All right, no counter magic. Our Ambush Viper's all good. That's 1, 2, 3. Well, we'll turn on our sprite here. We'll shoot stuff while we can. Sit back on some counter magic. Maybe. Actually, I think it's probably better to just turn on the ninja. Can't hit us too hard here. 4 at the most. We'll be able to kind of drop them down here. 2, return this. Yeah, it's strange. Like Craig Rasmussen and a few other people from Wizards, I'll just tweet them once in a while and be like, hey, check out this new commercial. And like our last Rakdos one, I mean, I don't want to sound like a whiner, but it's just like, good Lord, what more do you want? It just went so all over the top with that. I would have charged like $9,000 for that commercial if I made it for a client or something. I mean, it took a ton. It just, you got to cue the Lonely Desert music, like, that's the feedback we get. I was thrilled when we actually got to break Augur of Bolas. That was like our only video that actually had any sort of like fervor on a stream. I was like, all right. But now see this tempo right here. This is when we've got counter magic and they feel like, okay, I'm just going to go through the air and I got him. It's like you don't, because of Pulse of Murasa. Here's a little life gain here. I'm going to keep everything up. We're just going to sit back. I'm going to attack first. We will sprite later. That way we can counter a counter twice over with the Murasa. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, little fight and about 7 other people with the voiceover for that one. Craziness. But thank you for all your efforts, my friend. All right. I think we've got this one, guys. We're just going to Pulse of Murasa, can sprite. Let's do it now. 6 life. I mean, if he's got a counter, he's going to use it here. Okay. Guess he doesn't. We're fine with that. We'll just kill this before blockers. Keep our Dispel up. We'll be at like 16 life next turn if we want to Murasa again, but we won't need to. Oh, yeah? Just because I have so many damn cards in my hand. I want to make it on his turn that we're doing this stuff. He's probably like, what the hell is this guy playing? Bring out your dead. I like a full hand better than a Hellbent Blues. That's for sure. Hey, alright, so we're up a game against the bully on the block. Looks like Mezzel's list. much. I just don't want to face another Tron deck or teachings. I don't know if I have the mental fortitude. Like when I'm in a normal tournament, you've got like all this downtime, or in a league when I'm not streaming. All right, I'm just going to go watch an hour of TV or go exercise, come back. But it's just like, man, if you hit those back to back, it can be pretty bad. All right, so we're going to lose Relic here. Obviously, Serrated Arrows is going to come in. I like Pulse of Murasa, but not enough to bring in that. We're going to keep it at 3, though. Like just about everything else, but we got to lose 2 cards. We will lose a Trinket. And I believe... Do I dare lose a Pulse? I'm going to lose a Preordain. And we're going to go like that. Yes, the Longbow's our main deck because we have all these Deathtouch creatures, and so it kills everything from Olmog's Crushers to everything. So, all right, we don't like this hand, even though we're on the draw. Ugh. We've got a life reset here, but I'm still going to mulligan that. Can't mulligan much further than this. We'll keep this, put this on top. All right. Green shows up, we'll be able to reset our life. We've got a Sprite package here. Hopefully this leads off with a Preordain and not. Okay, or that. Death Ping! Pestermite. Yeah. Pestermite can reset our dudes too, so we can Doomblade 2 things at once. Yeehaw. Alright, here we go, here we go. Be so cool to 5-0 with this list. Probably not a possibility, but we'll see. Bring this out. And just in case time's an issue, I will F6 myself. Come on. Another Preordain or Ponder. Nope. Maybe they're just going to sit on a Spellstutter like we are. No! Down comes the fairy. Okay. Oh, I got a handful of fairies. I do believe I will cast this and block it just because of what our hand looks like right now. I don't want that to turn into a ninja, and I'd rather do stuff on his turn. Kitty diddy. Nice. Yeah, I don't want a ninja showing up here. And if he counters this, it's alright. Hopefully we'll go get it with Murasa in a few more turns. But it doesn't turn into a ninja. And we've got more blockers next turn. Unlike their deck, we can get our Spellstutters back. But see, I've noticed your theme here when you're playing this deck. You always want to be doing stuff on their turn. That's the name Flash Gordon. That's what I named it. Kind of a blah draw here. We did, what, triple mulligan, so it's all right. They're coming on through. I'm going to always choose to block the Sprite, because if he resets this, that's a much better than having to reset the Spellstutter. Again, hopefully we're just trying to run them out if they've got more Sprites. Okay, that's a hard counter for this. We're taking 2 damage and kind of time walking their turn. I don't mind this play at all. It's a hard counter for just a Sprite in a deck that can get them back. So it could go south. We don't draw in a green source, or of course, you know, even if we draw into a blue source, we can Trinket Mage out of the problem, which acts as just the coolest little Civic Wayfinder, but with way better artwork. Thank you for that, robot. Yeah, that kind of screams, oh no. We've already used a counterspell, and we need to find another one before Murasa resets everything. Come on now. I think I moved my chair over. I got to make sure to stay in front of the mic here. All right, here we go. Hopefully we get another hard counterspell out of this. Or he drops a Delver and we're actually able to counter and trade with something. That'd be kind of nice. How am I going to do it again? I'm trying to keep him off this ninja. I think this game would be over already if ninja showed up. Here we go. Flash Gordon living up to the name. No, he doesn't have another one. All right, cool. You could argue not doing that. He does it back. We get a ninja out of it. I think time's on our side. Well, there's that. Okay. Man, oh man, when's our mana going to show up? We've got plenty. We're bound to have a few bad hands. I mean, we did triple mulligan, so. Reminds me of Tooth Fairies from Hellboy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, those are nasty little buggers. Couldn't have been flooded with a Serrated Arrows heavy draw with Dispels, right? That would have just locked the game up. I will be pretty upset if we lose this overall match just because 3 Serrated Arrows and ability to gain life. Ah, come on. 1 mana. Jesus. Alright, we got 7 turns. Let's make this count. What's he got? What's he got? Let's go. Let's go. He's a bit flooded. Wish we had that problem. The Black Fairy Market. Oh, we got a new commercial idea in the works. I can sense it now. That would probably be too offensive to most. This snowflake culture. All right. Let's, come on. Don't even make me work for it. Just give me a forest. All right. Well, talk about walking into a fairy, but I'm not going to risk it. We've got to Dispel if he doesn't have a fairy. Hey, look at that. Okay. Well, top. There they all are. The Dispel might come at just the right time to go grab a fairy, reset our life, and all this flying, spell-spitting stuff is going to be for nothing, baby. I'm going to counter that with this. No cards for you. You can stay on your multiple lands. It's a second gush of the game. Best thing about playing Rogue right now, they're just like, what on earth do I do? There's no template here. This doesn't make sense. Got a counter. We've got life. You know, I'm thinking that the Murasa is actually usually that's kind of the bait move against non burn style decks, but in this scenario it might be better. It might be better to just Pestermite at the end of the turn, try to draw a counter. I could always Pestermite, untap my own island, and then still Counterspell. I think I just want to turn on. Let's get one more draw here. I'm not too worried about the aggro here. It's not like he's going to spit out 3 lightning bolts on us. Rogue is life, except for when playing Hexproof. Then Hexproof is life. No, now we're counting almost punts. Come on, guys. Let's be nice. I can't Murasa here. Yeah, I haven't blocked yet either. Okay, well now I can Murasa because it'll take a hard counter to do it. I want to get my ninja online. I'm going to cast this now. We'll untap this. Can't block, unfortunately. It's alright, we'll be able to turn on our ninja. Taken 3. Well, we know there's no hard counter in his hand. Well, there might be now. Almost a plunt. Sorry about that. All right. Life. That's good. I'll just I could turn that on, but I don't really want to. I want to gain some life. I already played a land. Man, I want to Dispel so bad. Let's see, but I'd rather do it on his turn. If I attack, flip that, I'm out of lands. All we can do is counterspell once. I'd rather him have to try to bounce this or do something, especially end of turn here, so I can at least reset the life. We're declaring Pestermite a blocker officially. Ah, yes, the old punt counter, says Mike Man. That's that. Alright. I'm going to ask for a hard counter here. I don't want 3 fairies to come out and ruin my party. The pause is telling counterspell. Alright. Alright. Tell you, between counterspell, sometimes it's not even about the life with Murasa. It's just about getting back in it. And after you get somebody being counter happy, you go get the thing that they countered and reset the board. A Pesta Party. Man, it would be so nice if my Serrated Arrows showed up, wouldn't it? Man, that would be obliteration. Come on, Ninja. I'll trade with you any day of the week. Let's go. Or do I? Yeah, he'll just block. We'll block here. We'll Trinket with counter backup. Maybe we'll have enough. Probably not. We're at 4 life next turn. If he's got double ninja, it could be really sloppy. Love Seeing Island. 1, 2, 3. We're going to go get some good stuff. Viridian Longbow. Might be able to pull this one off yet. Arrows of Serration. I like that. If they ever reprint it or do something like that, that'd be pretty cool. Let's hope not for a days here. I hate using this on a damn sprite. But this is game if we can land this and lock it up. He's like, damn it, die already. Quit gaining life. Gush. He must have days if this is the play. Or he's looking for ninjas to just swarm the field, but we can always block with the mage here. It's going to be a close one. He can kind of do whatever he wants. Watch him triple ninja here. Just be like, pop, 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 pop. Ouch. That would suck. Sprite Knight. Ooh, that's a good name. Doing quite good, although mana screw and triple mulligan. Yeah, it's I try to brew for consistency. I haven't punted yet, so that helps. That was a slight punt in that first Tron matchup. But yep, there's part of the plan. There's more of it. This is going to be close. I might have to hardcast a ninja. If I draw a land. Very UFC. Yeah, imagine that. Attack with the trinket, flip it for the ninja, but then I can't use the longbow to activate the sprite count for that. Huh? Curse of Chains. Irritation at its finest. What's funny about that is if I was at like 10 life, oh, let's say 50, you can still put bow on it, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you just start zinging stuff. So we could draw quite a few things here, including Pulse of Murasa or a spider. Or that. That's not bad. Let's see. We could equip that, untap that, and ping it. That's kind of cool. Shall we dance, everyone? Let's do this. This will be kind of funny. We'll untap this. Strange play, yes, but you got to do what you got to do. Now we'll equip it, be able to block the ninja, kill a fairy. Maybe we'll be back in this. Take that, sucker. Who needs Deathtouch? I'll just kill you the old-fashioned way, says the guy at 3 life against 18. At the beginning of each upkeep, tap it. Each. Well, we've got a Gatling gun that he paid 2 mana to clog, but we've got a nice engineer with some good grease. Yeah, if he's got snag, we're dead here. That's for sure. Poor guy's probably like, what on earth is this guy playing? Drawing into the snag, maybe. We have got no right to win this game, but if we do go into a... remember, he's got the Sprite in hand. We got to be careful. Play around that, because right now Murasa doesn't get us, and I think that's what he's digging for. Either this... some sort of bounce mechanic. So right now we've... Faylube for the engineer. Faylube available at all Murasa markets. Come on, he's got to find it by now. Good lord. Good lord, good grief. Alrighty. What you got, sucker? Whole lot of nothing. Blocking that ninjas. Booyah. Must block. Doing. Ouch. Well, that kills us too. Thought we could squeeze out a win there, but a last second mutagenic does it. If we drew a card, ooh-wee, that would have been fun. Of course, we know he had it, but we could have done it. No, we couldn't. Well, yeah, because I would have killed one of them, so we would only had 2. I'd like to know his hand, see if he had a counterspell there. That's all right. Hey, we didn't draw this. We triple mulliganed, and we were right there. So I think losing the Preordain early was a folly. Let's get rid of that. Man, I sure love this. Trinket Mage feels a little underwhelming in this match, even though it does fetch our thing, but... you know what? I'm going to lose a ninja, actually. I like that play there. Activating ninjas comes a wee bit later in the game. We can always Murasa for him. Alright, let me keep track of this. I beat Tron. We're 1-1 against Delver. Anything look funky? Can't believe I didn't think of just... I think it's that contrarian to me I'm always, I guess, bitching about. It's like, why not play the best spell in Magic? Counterspell, you jackass. So it's like, yeah, all right, finally, I'll come around to it. I'm technically not playing Delver. Has some of the same elements and an old classic here, but it's very synergistic with this build. So let's see. We'll rock this way. Yeah, it's probably really true R&D function. A lot of people, that's why I think people are so quick to jump on a list that 5-0s that's new. They're like, oh, look, it works. They have that proof. It's like, well, that guy could have just run into a bunch of noobs too. I mean, get lucky every once in a while. Yeah, I want to play first. Okay. Bit of a slow roll, but we'll keep it. We've just got so much hate here. Come on, let's see them triple mulligan. Let's even this out. Nope. 1 color benefits. But we'll sit around and hang out on our Dispel. Maybe we can draw into a natural... I mean, even the Recluse, outside of bounce, it's just... the game's over. So we draw like a forest here. It's like... I mean, an island. Yeah. Good times. Got a daze. If not, this might be over quick. Daze or bounce? Nope. Hope he's got 3 ninjas in his hand and no islands. Preordain is also up there for the best. Yes, I would argue Preordain's probably my favorite blue card. There's a lot of them. Blue has so many MVPs that are just so much better than other decks, but digging for that. Crying for bannings on Facebook is old too. Yeah, that comes with the territory. There's that new on tap one, and I do think there will be people that are able to abuse that because of like 0 drops and countering them, and there'll be some loop like that. But you could also argue like Rewind is a counterspell for 4 that, you know, untaps 4 lands. It's like, well, there's that. All right. Come on, Longbow. While we got an opening, let's do it. Alright, that's going to make a slow roll it, isn't it? We can take some Delver Heat for a while here. Now we've got backup for any sort of bounce shenanigans. Unwind, is that what it's called? Yeah. Ponder. Okay. And I'm going to try to use my Pestermite to trade with the insect, as opposed to losing this constant keep fairies at bay stick. I think he knows that well. He's probably got mutagenic here, but it won't matter. Sure, I'm going to block that. He's got mutagenic. I can dispel. He can do stuff on his turn. Then we can at least Trinket. Yeah, I would do it. The presence of Murasa in your deck, especially if you have 3 of them, really kind of gives you a new lease on life. You're just like, huh. And even there, you know, it's like, well, go ahead and save it. It's still going to die, even if I chose not to do anything. So like a Dispel that gets countered there, well, the fairy still dies. I don't know why he's bringing this in. I can just return some of his stuff too. I often find that too when I'm playing Black Land Destruction. Relic isn't that good. It's the grindy ones, like it's those grindy matchups that you want that card against. I will Trinket next turn with hopefully some backup, and I'm going to try to... I don't want to even attack here just because of end of turn Sprite, but I will main turn... actually, I'm going to wait. I'd rather trade rather than sit there and wait for a surprise. Okay, because he needs a hard counter here. Syscoms, why did it improve? I'm sorry, I'm late on the chat. Grinding it out with fairies. Yeah, this is Simic versus all blue, baby. Pestermite's just never dead. I don't know why this fell out of favor with everybody. Just that group think. Everybody was like, oh, it's not good anymore. It's like, well, just because a 1-drop came up doesn't mean it's a naked card. All right, hard counter, that's fine. Now we got room for Trinket Mage to go get our real threat. See how that works? I could block here, but man, we got arrows, we got Trinket Mage. I say we rub it in. 3 cards, made him use his hard counter. If you're going to learn anything with this deck, learn that. Do stuff on their turn. It's so fun. Let's go get crazy. We could, if we were feeling really ballsy, Preordain first, but I got plenty of life. He's at 2 cards. He's probably feeling kind of silly for having he could still daze us here. Go get the best card there is. Bring it out. It's over, baby. So next turn, yeah, we can just do more of the same. You got like 3 bone splitters. This might be a thing. Have fun with your relic. I'm glad you played it against me. Deluxe, did you upload this to the soul hole? No, I didn't. In fact, I'm sorry, Little Fight, you're going to roll your eyes and get really mad at me. I killed the Dropbox account. I kept having to Control-Alt-Delete, and it was kind of becoming a memory hog and conflicting with the game show software. So just trying to really streamline my presence here. So I don't think many people were grabbing at him either. So unless I'm mistaken, anybody out there know what we're talking about or whatever, but I think for like the first week or two, I was like, and then I'd be nice to see if I knew a bunch of people were just always grabbing at those, that'd be one thing. But all right, I think this is the last time Delver hits us. We've got Dispel back up for any sort of snap shenanigans. But if there's popular demand for it, I mean, I do them on the video too with the text-based thing, so I just have so many things to do in the morning. All right, so we can just trade with the Trinket. You can see why I like this deck when I don't punt and I'm focused. It's just got game. It's just a nasty little deck. All right, boy, what to do first, right? That's a nice problem to have. Let's load up. Two and three. Can at least kill the Delver. Oh, we'll do this while we got it. Like both of these. Did I play an island? I did, so we don't really need any more. Say bottom, top. I'm pretty sure we're going to get to 2-0 with this hand, guys. Triple mulligan last game. We almost still had it. That was fun. Snap's about the only thing that kind of saves them here, and we've got an answer in Dispel. Of course, it could be countered with just a fairy, but then we just bring it back and the arrows start showing up, so that's good times. So here you don't want to get too hasty. If he attacks with the Miscreant, we block and then we ping. We're just going crazy here. This is just going to be a Wrath of God turn if nothing screws up. Hit OK. That's why I really like the Recluse over the Venom Dude. Let's all give a big shout out to Little Fight 2, my best friend and Sergeant at Arms here on the imaginary SS metagame. Always keeping the chat lively. I appreciate that, buddy. Don't want to get too flashy, eh? Yuck, yuck, yuck. All right. Gush. Not before I do this. You might have a ninja. Should I do it just to kill it? Yeah, why not? Doink. Bring something out this turn, baby. Let's go. Getting desperate. We still have Murasas to drop. Serrated Arrows. Reset the board with the Trinket Mage. After we clear it with this play, hopefully. There's 1 mana up. A nice naked board against Delver. Well, if we draw another base... Oh, all right. Hey, cool. So we're 2-0 with my creation Death Deluxe a long time ago is when I first built this. And I know Dan of MT Magic Gathering Strat went crazy for it. It was so iffy back then. I think it had Psionic Gifts, more of the enchantment package. What I've found over the years is it's great if it shows up. If not, hey, those green Deathtouch dudes, they second is just death on a stick, so you can always just attack or flash block, and it's like, well, you pay 2 mana for a Doomblade, which is a damn good card. Why not pay 2 mana for a Doomblade that can attack for 2 if they're not playing any creatures? I just love the deck. I love it, love it, love it. And if you look through I think this is probably the record deck for Pauperganda. I think I've streamed this one maybe 5 times. And plus or minus certain iterations, I've gone as crazy as having the, what is it? The Wingcraft thingy that joins flyers. I forget, it's a 1-drop. I looked at my last build. Sometimes you look at old lists and you're just almost embarrassed. You're like, why did I even think that was a good idea? But I don't think so, Little Fight. I mean, I think I can play this deck really well if I'm focused, not hungry. Everything has to line up. And I know I'm an impatient person, but I think over the weeks and like when we last 5-0'd with Mezzo's Delver list, having played against counterspell decks a lot, I'm pretty good at not getting counter happy. We like this hand. It'd be nice if a ninja showed up. We'll keep it. Don't know what we're up against, but odds are it's got an instant in it. Took my lady and the kids out to Froyo Place today for a treat. Good to see you, T-Core. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully they brush their teeth. My kids, God, they just roll their eyes something fierce at me with that stuff. So now if he Wretch Minds us, we've got some effects in the seat. This probably isn't that good against whatever this is. Hopefully it's a Dimir build with like... Nope. That's going to be a problem. All right. So we have this and this. Okay. This could be a problem. Thank goodness the Recluse has a 2 backside. And we've got Dispel. God, we don't want to see that. Alright. At least we're not landlocked. Throw this up. If I had a ninja, I would do it, but right now, I think it's probably best to, it's not like we don't know what we're going to get. I think I'm going to block the Chittering Rat's instant speed style. We'll probably untap our island to stop some sort of Doomblade trick, if he comes at us with both anyway. Baron Moore shows up. All right. Cycling, a little bit flooded there. Down it comes. Alrighty, so I'm going to go like this. Going to untap if I can. This. He's probably got an instant if he's got one. There it is. Alright. Oh, hey, that took a creature, right? We'll still untap it. Boing! Could be a tough matchup if we don't start getting stuff. It's pretty hard to keep things on the board for the early Witch. At least he's playing the good Art Persuasion one there, right? So we're obviously going to bring in Murasa here. So we'll have all 4 Murasas. All we got to do is draw a forest, and I mean, unless he starts rat locking us here. Down comes Gary. Ouch! You know, I think we Sprite here. I'll tell you why. We can, if we don't draw anything, we can equip it. If he tags it, we can at least kill the rat. This is good time. Cycle this. Ooh, we're almost dead, though. We got to be careful. Good grief. Grab our 1 forest. Run, forest, run! What's the vote, guys? If he drops another Gary, we're just dead. 2, 4, 6. We can't do anything if he's got it, so I can't really play around that. So I think the play here is to... yeah, I think we... Well, you know, we could... darn it. What I'm considering here is equipping the longbow on the Spellstutter. He targets it with Witch. We target the rats. We trip the rats. We at least kill 1 creature, and we only take 2 damage. Then we can Murasa or Dispel. Or we play Recluse, block, tap, boom. I'm actually going to just play Recluse and sit back. I don't think 1 life is worth it here. I'd rather just block with it if he has some trick around our... Alright. Just killing 1 rat. Not too big of a fan of that play. Let's see. Act like I've got something in my sights. 2 mana. Come on, show me an instant. Wretch Mine. Discard 2. Or an artifact. Why did we get rid of our seat? Well, he's got 1 card in his hand. Murasa is the only way we stay in this game, so I'm going to get rid of... First, we're going to say, okay. We're going to have to get rid of these 2. I'm going to have to block Gary. Ouch. Well, that makes things real easy. All right. Well, at least we've got that. Before anything can show up. Gosh, I almost have to grab. That's 2, 4, 6. Let's wait on that. I think it's a misplay to do that. Cancel. Alright. Opponent thinks he's got us. Little does he know we've got a little life reset. Man, if we had one more mana, we could Pestermite, tap, block, boom, bing, pow, Zapparoonie. So this will negate this little lockout. I'm thinking, well, that's not going to do much, is it? I can at least block with the Spellstutter Sprite here. I was thinking of grabbing the Ash Barrens. This will at least... We'll bring this down. Guess we take one no matter what. Or guess what? That prevents one, right? Hey, we hit him. Of all the decks I've created, though, this one definitely has that ability to just come back from nothing. Just be like, whoa! But I don't think we're going to be able to do that here. Alright, I'm scooping this. We're out of options. Down a game against mono black, which to be considered, I mean, to be expected is the right word. Mono black control. Ill. Still haven't lost a game. Let's hope this continues. One more win and we're at least playing even. Pulse of Murasa is going to come in. I'm going to probably lose the Relic. I'm not that crazy about, just to get rid of what? An Edict. Dispel's really good. We've got Counter Magic, Pestermites, Trinkets. I don't think we need to bring in Serrated Arrows. Discuss. I'm going to use the restroom real quick and I'll be right back. All right. I still got a minute and a half. Ooh, here we go. It feels good to get up. I got to find a way to stream while standing on a treadmill or getting a little bit of a workout here. Serrated Arrows might be kind of cool just because of the Wretch Mind. That's what I was thinking while I was disposed. Let's get rid of one of these and add one arrow. I can discard it, and then if all the 2/2s that black has, I can at least trip it and make the witches kind of serve a different master. Let's go like that. Tranquility? For what? I don't want to sit there holding it while I get chittering rats waiting for a Tranquility, my friend. I'll be let maybe, but they're playing that. We should win anyway. Yeah, I want to play first. Good hand. Probably going to walk right into a duress. We'll keep this. Be nice if one of our 4 dispels show up. Master! Yeah, I haven't seen many of those in mono black lists lately, but happy to see them. Yeah, at sorcery speed, I'm not going to hold the Tranquility against a chittering rat deck. Rather empty the hand. We've got an instant speed good times. I like this play because even if he does drop witches right now, we can still Viper because he's not going to block it. And that way he doesn't get that tempo advantage of a disfigure on our turn. Sensei! Without rangers and 3 rats. Man, he's just got this thing every time, doesn't he? Zip! We'll at least turn this into a ninja. And our little 1/1 shenanigans will be over with. Unless he wants to block, that'd be kind of cool. I prefer if we draw into an island, I want to play it now as opposed to the blue there. Boom, boom. We'll return this. Have fun, witches. Pop. You need a real spell to kill me, baby. We got to win out here, but we got 2 Murasas. It's feeling definitely doable. Down goes the ninja. Up the sign of blood. Let's use our Trinket Mage for some evil shenanigans. Like. Do we turn on the evil? I think we do. I could get a seat of the Synod, but I wanna start pinging his stuff. So let's see if we can keep this honest. I like the juxtaposition here, this little, if you're going to play Thorn of the Black Rose, that's probably a good land to have with it. Oh, that sucks. I'm going to trade with that as soon as possible. If he duresses me, I don't want to lose this, so I'll put this on the top. Yeah, Wretch I don't really mind right now. I mean, I don't want to see it, but our sprites are just these naked little ladies. Doink. I've got Counterspell. I think if he tries to kill this and then attack, I can at least, if he attacks with both, block, boom, bing. We got Recluse and Murasa. I think the play here is just to sit back. I could play Recluse right now, but then he might just be able to pick it apart on his turn. We got to play this kind of like against a control deck. We want stuff to happen on their turn. It is called Flash Gordon after all. And here comes Gary, or that. You guys are going to think I'm crazy, but I don't know if we even need to counter this. But I will. And so, like, let's say we had Relic out right now. It's like, really, one card dies and he can just bring it back. Against Angler, I don't think Relic's all that good. He must have a Gary, too. Look at that. Well, son of a gun. Let's see here. I can play that. Walk into that. Where are our Dispels? Like I said, we only have a ton of them. I think we wait here. I hate wait, as Inigo Montoya said in The Princess Bride, one of my favorite movies. Can at least represent we've got a counterspell. Pestermite's still active. I want those witches to tap. Gary, that sucks. Well, he might feel a little bit emboldened by this resolving. 5-point life swing, that sucks. I'll block this. Then we'll go get it back. Then we'll go get a land. I'm tired of us not having enough land here. Come on, land. Let's go. 2 green sources is plenty with this deck usually. Yeah, let's go get a seat. We'll play the seat. We'll go like this. 21 to 22. He's got 3 cards. We got a full set. Once we feel like we just need to like have that. Let's get a counterspell, maybe some more mana. We'll feel a little less naked. Down a game against mono black control. Definitely taking this. No shinobi. Okay. Witches are pretty good against us, I'm not going to lie. That's fine. I think that's one of the worst cards mono black plays with. For her 2 less and 1 less devotion, you can just play, what is it, the Executioner's Blade or something like that. I mean, the second you feel yourself scoffing at that, think you're playing 3 times as much to pretty much do the same thing. A very small side area there. All right, time to get out some love. Gonna wait to equip it. If he attacks with both, well, he wouldn't do that. I can maybe trick him into Pestermiting. Or, you know, who wants to block a Deathtouch dude? And so, oftentimes, if I do this now, I'm just going to let this go. Then I'm going to go Murasa it. Maybe he'll forget to attack here. Just going to make him feel up against it. Like, come on over. The longer the game goes, outside of maybe, well, even a corrupt. Yes! Gosh, we finally get something that we can use. Recluse. It's going to be beautiful if we can get Pestermite. Even if they trigger it, we can untap, tap, tap, and start killing stuff. Corrupt. He draws a sorcery when he needs it. All right. Can't do much there. 1 card to a lot of ours. He's got 1 card in his hand. Yeah, we're really locked out with those witches. Those are not nice. Damn white border. Somebody had to bring that up. Ah! I didn't even notice. I was too busy eating my face. Alright, well, thanks to Murasa. I mean, we'd be long dead if this stage we almost need another one. Where were you, Counterspell? Could we have drawn these in a different order, please? That would have been nice. We can't let that hit. That's just game over. And then there's that. He might hand us our first loss for the day. Of course, if I was going to say what's bad or good against this deck, mono black with witches on turn 2 both games. That's pretty hard to beat. He's hellbent. That's the only good news. Well, here's the deal. We can double flash, equip, and then Pestermite our way through this. We might be able to pull this off. Hopefully. Okay. It's going to be close. We're really going to need our 3rd Murasa to show up. Those damn witches. But hey, the good news is I haven't punted. Maybe that's why we're 2-0. So technically I'll do this now. feign a block. I will choose you, sir. I could still do it, but I can double kill him next turn. Double kill. Why kill when you can double kill? Alright, here we go. We've got this spell pack up. Can he do the impossible, folks? Can he play a game of Magic? Get rid of this little lady. Good lordy. And block, boom, ping, pow. We can do that too. All right. Ha. Oh, before I forget too, head on over to flipsidegaming.com if you need any singles. Mention or put Pauperganda after $10 or more and you get 10% off. Helps us, help you, help the channel. We'll see if we like it. Boom, boom, boom. Pestermite. Bring this dude out. Okay. Yeah, I want to use the ability. Ha! Let's kill that. Man, if he's got corrupt, he's got us. Saving 2 is not going to do much. Alright. We'll kill that. Dead goes our graveyard. We've got Sprite for the kickback of that. Or this. We'll gain some life here. Why didn't we do that before? Block to get both. I wanted that thing to stay alive. I didn't know I was going to draw a spider. Got to try to win the game at some point. We need a counterspell. All right. Well, we've got his creatures on lockdown. Unless he draws... Well, Gary... Keep this stick going. Man, we're 7 minutes down on this guy. I got to beat him this game and next still. We'll be all right. I think we have just enough time. Gosh, that first game. Wow. I'm going to have to replay that one. That was like a 50-minute game. Woo! Anybody see the top of the show? Like Ric Flair from the WrestleMania days. Yesterday's upload got cut off at the first part, so I made sure to do it again today so people like Mike Mann or wrestling fans would be able to catch it. I'm definitely going to play this. I'm going to tap that right now. Assume that we have 1, 2. He's got one card in his hand. The only thing that really gets us here, I'm actually going to equip this right now. This is going to be our beater for 2. We'll keep our other dude back. There's nothing this Sprite's going to do that Dispel can't in this scenario. And does he finish us here? No. Okay. Hopefully he doesn't. God, I want a counterspell. Give me a counterspell. Give me a hard counterspell. Okay, that's fine. Just double checking here. We need counterspells and a lot of them. This just really does nothing. But if he drops a Gary, come on, counterspell. Bottom, top. Boom, 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 boom. I'm just going to do it now. We will Sprite no matter what. Turn on our ninja. Hopefully draw some counter spells. No corrupt. Come on. Only run one of them. I think most people run 2 if they do run them. And white border to rub it in. Oh no. Is this it? No. Alright. Well, that'll die. I'll kill this. We can always turn the Viper into a ninja. That'll be fun. Counterspell. Come on. Son of a gun. I should probably keep some fodder in my hand for the Wretch Mine plays here. Both our artifact lands are out. Boom, boom, boom. Let's do this. Boy, it's going to be amazing if we can pull this one off. And it'll be crazy. Come on, Counterspell. No, he doesn't have any instant speed kill stuff. Oh, we're going to eat a... I'm doing this now. I mean, I guess we could bluff that we have Counterspell, but for what? They're going to swing at us regardless. Black's not the type to just hold back and wait out your spells. Surprised he's not... Oh, that was the Edict flashback. Okay, well, good. We're in good hands. Here we go. Come on, let's get something. See, even here, Pestermite, if he's got some weird flash trick, we can untap it, zap it. I'm just afraid of Corrupt here. I want a Pulse of Murasa. Yeah, I want this to work. Come on. I'm just going to play this so that we have Edict food. God, we got to hit this guy so many times. Dispel showed up against a deck with sorceries. If we go to game 3... Well, I think we use Pestermite here. Yes, I want to untap it. We'll kill that. Actually, I think we might want to keep... I think we'll kill this guy. Less prone to shrivel or anything like that since we've only got Dispel in our hand. What do we got? What do we got? Come on. That's in the yard. Keep this here. I like equipping this because then I just end of turn them and I still get the damage in. Please give us some part of our deck. Lordy. Yeah, that could have been there. Good thinking there, Nichols. Yes. Oh my god. Come on. I don't have that many lands in this deck. I only run 19. This isn't looking well. Well, at least we get to use this. At least we got a ninja active. It's a pretty obvious play here with the Pestermite. Now it's fun to kind of stick it to him with the Recluse. It's like, hey, you like your witches? Try one with Venom, baby. Yeehaw. Well, we've almost got him to 20. Counterspell. Ah, son of a gun. At least we have more stuff. Okay, enough of the calls, guys. 8 minutes. I don't need to be answering texts. Boom. Keep that in case there is a Wretch Mine. Counterspell, Counterspell, Counterspell. Come on. Yes. Ah. All right, Dispel, I get it. I was bad-mouthing you earlier. What's it going to take? That's a misplay. I don't want to do that. Just give me that many Counterspell, please. No Crypt Rat, no anything. God, we are so dead to so many cards in this deck. Woohoo! Alright, here we go, here we go. Come on, Counterspell. Something. Alright, well, hey, that's pretty good. I'm not messing around. I'm going to do it right now. I think we go grab Spellstutter. We'll say Pestermite. Get out of the woods a little bit here. Yowza. Boom, boom, boom. Opponent's got 1. Now we're at 11. All right, we're out of range of Corrupt just. Come on, Counterspell. There's 26 cards left, and we have 4 of them in here somewhere. Let's see if we draw one. Okay, well, at least we can double counter that. I can counter a Wrath. I'm just going to... Getting some good value out of the ninja here. First, I'm going to ping. Then I'm going to say instant no. 6 minutes. I got to shut up and focus. Hey! Oh, he did us a favor. Maybe he doesn't have another corrupt. Maybe he's only playing 1. Whew, God, these games are just wearing me down, guys. I'd like to face burn. Just 1, 2, 3. A little reset. That Tron match, then Delver, now MBC. Not a kind day. Thank you for that, my friend. All right. I haven't lost yet. Let's see if we can keep it up. I think the Serrated Arrows is going to be folly. Plus, the ninja really proved its worth there. Not going to bring in Relic. We've got Death on a Stick. We just have to hope that they don't, for the first game in 3, have witches on turn 2. Yeah, I think so too, Nichols. That's why I said that at the end. I was like, whew, boy, if they only knew. All right. They might be, well, no, I think they're about 4 minutes up on us. I'm just going to use my time as much as I can here, guys. I got, Terrifying Presence is interesting, but they're not hitting hard enough to warrant that. Yeah, we're just going to go in like this and then just serve their duty. If the deck shows up, we got all 4 Pulse of Murasa to really keep us in it. I don't think this deck could exist without Pulse of Murasa. It's that important. Mana's right. Everything's right. Everything's looking good. We got early counters we'll keep. We are just going to sit on, gosh, if he's got, it's going to be frustrating if he drops a witch right away. I want to be able to counter it. I'm going to cycle this now. Grab our forest, make everything right, and go. And drop the island next, sit on Counterspell, because black's all about turn 2 and 3. Thank God. Can I say God yet? Ah, thank God. Whoo. Hey, all right, we can even thin stuff out too. So if he doesn't have that, he probably... If he taps out for a Rager or a Chitter, I will counter that. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Keep the tempo on our side. We'll play this. Play this, turn on our Edict Food. Yes, we'll go grab Tree of Tails. And we're done. At least we can trade now with his 2/2s. Okay, Tendrils is fine. Give us some Murasa targets. All right, now we've got instant speed love coming on strong. We'll drop this. We'll keep back the... I'm going to call that a punt. I shouldn't have done that. If he's got Witch, I could double do there. So let's mark that down as a bad play. Of course, I am feeling the terror of the clock. Ah, the terror. The terror. Equipping that's not going to do anything. Just want him to... Hopefully he's sitting on a Disfigure, hoping I'm going to flip this. It's like, nope. Got the answer if you want to do that, but... I got to keep in mind, we're definitely not out of the woods here. A little bit of a slow start on both of our parts. Edict. I smell a little blood. Hopefully we don't run into a shrivel here, but... Come on, ninja, show up. Turn in. It's got a thick hand full of removal. We're able to do everything on their turn and at least peck at them. Oh, God, come on. All right. You know what? I'm just going to bring this out. I'm going to equip one guy with it. Be a weird scenario if this ends up being the difference maker against a Kambaji Witches. Double equip 2 sprites. If he tags them, we go pink, pink, pink. 4 minutes to go. 20 to 20. Not feeling good. That's better than a chittering rat. I want to go hellbent as soon as I can. You got yourself a witch. We can at least kill the rager. Okay. 4 minutes to go. Gotta stay up. Ah, the psychology of 2 untapped islands. Good times. We will attack. We're gonna go like this. Bring this back. Hit it. Come on, something good. It's alright, we can counter 2 things here. I think we'll sit on it. We've got Witch Bait. Probably doesn't want to attack with the Rager. Alright, that's interesting. Really? Okay. Yeah, right. It's gonna look crazy, but I think the play here is to actually play this now. That way I can at least trade with the Rager. 3 minutes to go. Trinket Mage isn't gonna do much, but it is a body for edicts. Alright, Trinket Mages are officially dead. Whatever he blocks with, we'll at least trade, and if not, I can at least trade the Sprite for the Rager. Okay. We still haven't drawn any Murasa, so we can get all of that stuff back. Always be real careful when choosing the witches. Hit him twice, 2 minutes. Okay, I'm going to go into shut up mode here, guys. What's he got? What's this? Pestilence? 4 mana? Oh, okay. Well, this will get real quick, real fast. Yikes, not what we needed to draw. Well, at least we can ping them. We need Murasa to show up fast. Or any of our Deathtouch dudes. We haven't seen any of them, and we're almost halfway through our deck. What's he got? What's he got? What's he got? Flashing that back. We'll sacrifice this. Spider. No. Okay. Well, we can do 1 damage to him. It's not going to let us block with it, but we're going to try, damn it. think we're going to lose our first game right now. Only got 2 minutes to 12. That's actually pretty mean to us right now. Pulse of Murasa, we're going to have to give back his chittering rats if we want to stay alive if it gets to that point. I know he's got ways to kill this. I'm just doing this to prevent rat lock. Hopefully he forgets. He is at 9 after all. We might have a ray of hope here. Maybe we can kill him with his own witch, right? Anybody out there? You guys have been quiet in the chat. Come on now. Give me some love. I'm the one that's supposed to be quiet with 2 minutes left, not you guys. What's he got? What's he got? Oh my goodness. Wow. I don't think anything saves us here. Aforementioned fog in the deck, but that's about it. Yowza. I'll let the guy trump me for a dramatic effect. Oh well, no 5-0 for us with Simic Deathtouch, whatever you've known it as over the years. One of my first rogue decks that got kind of a miniature amount of famous, thanks to Magic Gathering Strat and Dan Horning and company. I can't do it. Dispel doesn't block 12. Blech. But hey, if you're going to lose, you should lose to the deck that you technically on paper looks like you should lose to. All right, I'm going to go grab another thing. It won't be that big of a break this time, guys, and I'll be right back after these messages.
Look around you. War is coming. You fought for Dominaria before. Stood against impossible odds and won.
This isn't my fight anymore.
This is everyone's fight.
I've moved on. I'm not the hero. You remember?
You have to be. Evil is taking root. But this time, you won't be alone. Heroes are rising. Legends of the past and future. Join us. Remember who you are. You belong with us. You are a planeswalker.
This weekend only, don't miss the 14th annual Pauper County Fair, featuring Mud Button's famous chili cook-off, Evan Carr Justice's free legal advice, Moments Peace meditation seminar, and much more. Then rock the night away with the hottest bands, including Ancient Grunge, Tamir Battle Ragers, The Shredding Winds, Martyrs of Ash, The Distant Melodies, Architects of Will, The Blasted Herbs, and many more. Arrive before noon and get a free Merit Lager at the Guild Gate. Tickets on sale now. Kobolds and kids under 10 are free. The 14th annual Pauper County Fair.
All proceeds to benefit the Spellstutter Speech Centers.
From the volcano of Balaku to the leech-ridden swamps of Agadim, cast off all your inhibition at the only casino in all Dominaria. Experience the pinnacle of personal pleasures. Venture boldly at Rakdos Casino, and may all your underworld dreams come true. Rakdos Casino, the place for premium pleasure.
And we're back. All right, let's keep this. We're liking this. Boom. Too many fluids today. Sorry for all the bathroom breaks. Try to keep the show flowing. Give you something to look at. Ooh, are we up against Burn? Did I just wish ourselves into another loss? We will see. Regardless, we'll sit back on this. Spellstutter Speech Center. Hey, just saw the ad for it, right? What do you guys vote for what the best commercial we've done is? Curious if there's any favorites out there. Looks like we're up against Boros. I'll sit back and counter something here. Got a lot of counter magic. It's going to be Counterspell versus Journey to Nowhere games 2 and 3. That's fine. The life gain might put us over the top. All right. Gonna play this. I'm gonna go grab an artifact land. No, with all this poison, I think we're gonna go grab the longbow. Not like we have to worry about counter spells. One of the first matchups where we're gonna be able to do what we play. Yes, I want to use the ability. Boink. We'll do that. And we're done. Mike Mann says Flame Tongue Hot Sauce. Thank you for that. Marit Laga. Yeah, baby. Vile's not going to do anything against us. Instant speed stuff. Probably going to keep Monarch on our side. In theory, they do have a lot of spot removal. We got a lot of counters. Anybody get a list on this guy? Is he more of the Firebolt Persuasion or Lightning Bolt? I know they all run Blast. That's cool. That card does nothing. We'll play this. A little flooded here. I'll do the Viper no matter what. If we don't counter a Glint Hawk. He's probably like, I don't care. I don't got any 1-drops. Well, you don't know what we're playing, sucker. Yeah. Marit Laga. Duh. I think Little Fight's VO on that was off the chart. All right. We'll get a little counter happy here. No clue for you. You want to use a burn spell on it? Go for it. Zap. Cool, man. He used a Galvanic Blast to keep an Inspector alive. All right. Thank you for that. Drops that. Land would be nice. Land would be nice. Recluse really wouldn't get us anything. I'm going to go fix our mana now. Already got the blue. We'll have to go get the green. Just missed too many land drops. I don't want to fall too far behind. We already got part of our combo, so grab this. Relic's not going to do us anything. Next turn we'll be able to do stuff. Be able to at least Recluse and Counterspell or whatnot. Our opponent's probably like, what on earth is this thing? Kind of neat when you play a deck that has a lot of cards in its hand. Journey's in the house. All right. Fine by us. I think we'll just cast the Recluse. Wait for this one, please. Let the Counterspell do some work. Hopefully, we don't have to fight too hard for it. Battle Screech. I'm going to say no on that. That's fine. Got plenty more. Keep that Battle Screech in the yard, please. Looks like the Lightning Bolt Persuasion. All right, Trinket Mage. I don't need to see you anymore. Thank you very much for joining us, but getting a little ridiculous. Let's draw a card, hopefully. Land. Can we get flooded like last game, please? Just a little bit. Island? Anyone? Island? No. Well, we can at least draw stuff. Yeah, I think we're just going to wait on this. It's only got 3 cards. Got to be, once he sees us do the flash ambush Viper, I think they're going to be a little hesitant to drop Monarch if they are playing it. Radiant Fountain in hand. Okay. Good news is if they've got removal, they probably would use it on the ninja, I would think. Oh, you might have been thinking, I'm going to use the vial on that. No, you're not. I'm going to kill your fish. Go on get. I will patiently wait on that. No, 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 no. Let's hold off. Let's draw a card first. Okay. That's fine. We'll attach this to this. Hold back on Dispel. No soup for you, unless you got another one. Yes, I run 4 of those. See why? Do that right now. I was afraid of that. It's okay. More shenanigans. Got to start hitting islands here. We haven't drawn one island, most numerous card in the deck. Well, that's interesting. This kind of screws with the math. Good. We have this. Check this out. I'll do this. He's going to tap for that. We're going to Pestermite, untap it. Good times. And we'll still kill it. Yeah. He's going to probably... Well, if he's thinking, he'll call blue. He chose... Did they choose anything? I didn't see a... Wait a minute. I gotta scroll all the way down. Chooses blue. Okay. In that case, we'll preordain. Keep our blocker back. I'm just gonna say top, top. Top, top. Okay. Got Death on a Stick. Murasa setup. Trinket Mage. Jesus. Turn you in for anything. Sacred Coconut. So there was at least some kind of story that was there. Not much was published. I'd be amazed if game designers who work for a company specialized in role-playing. That's cool. Doesn't do much. Really does nothing to the board. Once we get... we're going to have quite a bit of fodder for him. He's got an Alchemist Vial still. It's alright. Doink. It's fine. Still attack for 2. Got to watch my time. I'll play the Recluse. And keep up Counterspell magic. Alright. Does nothing. Does nothing. I'm already worried about my time. Just like, counter this. He's got a counter, that's fine. There's really only 8 cards outside of burn that get us, and Pulse of Murasa is going to keep us out of range, so feeling alright. Alright, land feels good now. Let's get our death dude going. Zap. Let's draw some cards. Land, please. That's good. This feels pretty hopeless. I hope he's got Monarch right now. That'd be hilarious. Let's grab a Sprite. Reset our life. We've got both our artifact lands. Let's see what we draw. Boom. Hey, another one of those guys. Okay. Let's bring this dude out. Boom. Yeah. in case he's got some sort of tricks. Actually, let me drop Relic here. At the end of his turn, I'll just trip it. I can shut off any sort of shenanigans. Two cards in his hand, hard counter up. We've got Death on a Stick. It's, well, he can, I'm going to counterspell that just because I don't want him to get value out of a prism and start getting that train rolling. So we're just going to do that. I'll zap him. Untap him. Cold zap him. I'll just draw some cards here. Alright. I just like things to be clean, sorry. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, no. This guy over here have a concession? Come on. This is pretty over. Maybe he knows time is an issue. Too many moving parts. That's what I should have named the deck. Sure. We'll get back the sprite. Too many cards in hand. Since we have to discard stuff, we'll at least give ourselves a target. Sure. More targets. Good grief. Alright. We just win here. Alright. Up a game against Boros. Heck, maybe I should play this in the challenge if I play it like this, right? I think I might have stumbled upon the right counterspell base. This used to not run so much counter, but that's kind of how things slipped away. Now, Tranquility will be pretty good here. He's going to assume that I'm bringing in Hydroblast, which I probably will. To justify that, they probably are going to up their count on those things, but I'm only going to bring in one. I don't like Relic in this matchup. So we're even right here. Ninja at 3. I used to have that at 4. I think it just feels really good at 3. What do you guys think? I should be asking more questions. I'm just being a selfish brewer here. Now, because we saw lightning bolts, I'm tempted to keep the Dispel count where it's at. It's going to handle pretty much anything red outside of the little 3 token goblin dudes. So, it's not fast enough to really warrant Terrifying Presence coming in the board. Feels good to beat Boros. Nice plays. Does this come? Yeah, sometimes I can do them online. I'm usually pretty bad online. So 1 destroy all. 3 pulses is probably enough. We just have to keep in mind that his victory is going to be journeys, which Tranquility kind of keeps track of, and being able to reset the core sanctifiers, which is going to have to kind of keep back a hard counter for that. Or Spellstutter, but that's being a little wishful thinking. I don't think Serrated Arrows has a place. Hey, Gobo Hunter, good to see you. And tell Heltiak thank you for helping us out on our rare Saturday show. Yeah, I'm going to go like that. I don't think Hydroblast has much of a spot against Boros when we're already running Dispels, Fairies, and Counterspells. Mana's going to be right. We will keep this. Of course, you could argue they're going to probably have quite a bit of Electricity food. If we lose, it's probably going to be because of that. We shall see. We are 2-1. Our only loss was to Mono Black. Let's hope it continues. Blue. All right, that's enough lands. Let's make sure we don't draw too many more. Ninja's good. That's good. But we already got our mana fixed. I'll say bottom, top. Pass this turn. Let's go. Fine with us. I sit on a counter. If we don't counter, we cycle, get our mana right, and then Pestermite and company will start doing stuff. He's probably got a counter, but I'm going to make him use it. If he doesn't. Hey, he used one of the electricities. That's cool. All right. Boing. We won the first one. We can afford to lose another. Upkeep. Snag the garrison trade would be pretty cool. I think I'm more of the just start swinging and trading persuasion here, though. Electricity implies that he's got another 1 mana red spell there. Either another Electricity. Okay. Alrighty. What's he got? What's he got? What's he got? I'm going to be tapping that white. See if he's got anything. This is more of a reconnaissance play. If he abuses it, okay. That's fine. If he didn't do that, we'd know he was kind of, say no on that. If he was off of lands there, didn't have them. 2 direct damage spells down. Got pretty good counter magic here. I'll cycle this for forest. Play it. I want to bait out even more. I'm going to untap this. Make him, if he's got an Electricity, go for it. If not, we can trade or we can choose to ninja. And it'll turn on our... these are great. I like both of these. Top, top. Always intimidating when your opponent says top, top after a Preordain. I was sitting here by my master. Losing to mono black always feels quite miserable. I'd rather lose to mono black's kind of streamlined, but I agree with you. It knows what it is. When we have so many more creatures here, we could turn on our ninja. I'm going to just... He doesn't have many creatures compared to us, and we have graveyard, recursion, and combos. Sprites. We're fine. I'm just going to pass the turn here. Stop whatever he wants to do. Hiding behind his vials. He's feeling safe, but not for long. Cue the evil music. Simic is far from evil. Now hold on a minute. And we should just counter that. I don't think I'm good enough with this deck yet to play cutesy with Monarch tricks. Okay. End of turn in case he's got Firebolt. Let's turn this baby on. Zap. No, we're 2-1. Wow. Multiple lightning bolts. Okay, that's fine. We'll preordain. I like all of this. Top. Top. Gonna start getting a little loosey-goosey with our Pulse of Murasa here if he doesn't do anything. He's lightning bolting over Electricity, so he's... I don't think he drew his second one. Can't quite tell what he might be on. I'm thinking... Let's do this for... I'm going to say Sprite. Go up to 24, match him. He's like, what is this guy playing? What is the meaning of this? So now we can activate Sprite for 2. Instant speed with the help of Pestermite. Flash Gordon living up to its name. I got to watch my time here, ladies and gentlemen. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Let's see if it lives. We'll go like this. Does he want to zap it? He does. Yeah, we'll untap it. And we'll counter nothing. See if he's got another lightning bolt. You go for it, man. I'm so happy you're using all these quality spells to get rid of kind of junk. Alright, we got that. Murasa main. Gonna go get Ash Barrens. We'll just play it. And hopefully we'll eat another awesome Fire Blast spell. The end of turn Sprite. Feeling kind of deluxe at 30 life. Any more triple billion whatchamacallits? Alright, let's hopefully this gets through. He's got 2 cards in his hand. He's going to trip a vial maybe. Yeah, the little robot online is almost always wrong. I think out of the last like 10 shows it's been right once. And it never brags. I wish it would say he's undefeated when I'm not. That'd be kind of nice. Bottom. Top. I don't like this because of the electricity draw, but we do have Counterspell. He's got to trip his vial here. You know, on paper I didn't know if this was, I thought this was going to be a lot closer, but it's feeling really in our favor. Sorry, I'm gonna get a little greedy here. He's only got 8 flying attackers. I'll feel like a fool if I'm doing this just so I can turn on Ninja. If he's got electricity, all right. Because of the vial there, we should have a little bit more of an answer here. Come on, let's draw a card. All right, here we go. Okay, well, we've got a Simic Fire Blast every turn. Oh, thank you for that, Olesh. Yeah, I've like I told Little Fight this morning, I have had so many iterations of this damn thing. That's the card I just don't want to see, but it doesn't get anything right now. He must be in desperation mode. I'll gladly run the Viper right into it. Would have been so cool to draw a Ninja there. Let's go. It's the best creature. I don't think they have more than 1. 2 at most. Very happy to get through. That's another thing about these Deathtouch creatures. So many people, they just don't want to do anything against them. I tell you, at this stage of the game, I like Dispels better than Counterspells in a lot of matchups. That's why I upped the count to 4. I promise you, I played 1 for weeks, 2 for months, 3 for years. Take all my pain of losing with this deck here and there. It just needed a lot more quality counter magic. I'm not interested in standard, let alone a restricted standard. Yeah, anything that takes people away from Pauper, I'm not too interested in it. Come on, attack, so I can draw some cards. All right. Double green has been achieved. He's got one more hawk that could show up. This is when I love Rogue the most. It's like going against these really good tier 1 decks. And you're just like, take that, sucker. No. So you don't know what I'm playing, but I know it's in your hand. At this point, he's probably like, what are you going to do? Does he have another electricity? Look at that chain. There's a reason I put 4 of these in the deck. It's always good. Here comes some more friends. Hiya! Oops, not him. Ninja, you stay back. It's like a bad Shokasugi movie from the 80s. Right, Mike Man? Is Mike Man still with us? It's funny, we're beating all of the metagame, which is what I usually design stuff to do, and then damn Mono Black shows up and ruins the party. Alright. Very spicy, says Adam777. Thank you for that, my friends. I try. Sensing smelling blood. I'm just going to play this. There's no discard here, so make them think I've got another ninja. Just going to turn it into a lightning bolt a turn instead of a ninja a turn. And at some crucial point, I'll attack with both ninjas and let one of them die. They're not doing me any good there. I've got one more Murasa to draw. Let's hope not for another zap counter. Hey, alright, you win this one. Zoinks. Yeah, but what do you take? The Viper? Yeah, on paper, that was kind of the design of this deck. It's like just as much counter magic as a standard Delver deck, but with the reset value and flexibility of green added in with Pulse of Murasa. That's why I like it, baby. I'm going to assume, bluff that we have something cool, think twice about it, think, oh yeah, you can't do anything, even if I do this. Really want to just draw some cards here. I'm willing to kill one of our dudes. Let's do that. Boink, 3 gets in. I'll play that. Pass the turn. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Dispel's in the house. Are we really going to have to peck him 6 times? Caw! It's like a little beak. Chime in and say something if you're in the chat and you're new to Pauperganda. We only do these Saturday streams maybe 2 or 3 times a year, especially when the family's out of town. So I'm here just in a magic state of debauchery, hanging on. At 32, feeling okay. I'm going to go up even higher, keep pinging. Save the others. Not that there's really discard, just the perceived value of spells. Love your streams and the ads, says Admin77. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. They're few and far between the new ones anyway. I've got to be careful. What could he be holding? Good grief. Hey, Shuffler, I've only got 19 lands. Can we not treat it like it's 26? That would be appreciated. Good lordy. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Definitely drawing the majority lands here. Alright. Draw your card. That damn Course Sanctifier. Where's our combo? We need poison stuff and some ability to kill that thing. This would be over long ago. It's going to be so funny if he has to trip a vial to do that. That'll be pretty funny. Alright. Looks like we might be able to do this. He's going to trip that for that. Okay. I won't attack. But I will play double longbow and get him to 1 life. Boink. No. He's like, is that the 10th Dispel? Who is this guy? I sure wish the ninja ability worked there. Okay. I don't even have to re-equip. That works out splendidly. What iterations has the deck had? Deluxe? Oh my gosh. This has gone through so many changes. It's crazy. It has had a lot. There's probably 10 long videos on YouTube about this list, so. Alright, well, I can win here with a Pestermite play if anybody sees that. So we're going to go like this. Pestermite, where'd you go? He could react with a... I'll do Pestermite. Haven't ever killed anybody this way. He might have a prismatic strands. Hey, all right. So we're 3-1. Really ran over Boros. I thought that would be a lot. Maybe he just drew funky. Maybe he was streaming like I often do and it wasn't playing optimally. I've only lost 2 mono black. But my bladder calls again. I'm going to roll the well, no, let's go for it. Let's see if we can. I think I can last, unless it's Tron. And I'll wish I was streaming on a outhouse. Yeah, this used to, gosh, it's when I first created it, like 6 or 7 years ago, it had more of the enchantment-based stuff. Then it was just trying to get too cutesy for a while there. I mean, Pestermite's very symbiotic and works really well in the deck, as we just saw. But I had like some green untapped stuff, and it just went all over the place. The less I focused on there's 10 cards for the combo. There's 8 Deathtouch creatures, and then there's the 2 bows. And I wish there was a way to get the bows back. I know there's reconstruction or maybe reclaim, but they're just not worth it. And what I found is the less I tried to protect it, the better the deck did. And then I wanted to just have answers outside of creatures, and so the spell count started going up. And then I was like, you know what? This has plenty of blue in it. I went from 1 to 2 to 3 to all 4 counter spells, and it's just been shutting the lights off in most matchups. It's been pretty cool. So, yeah. I am not 2-1. I'm 3-1. Damn it! We're already even money with my little pet deck. Okay. Be nice if we got green, but we'll be all right. I'll keep it. Don't know what we're playing against. It might be some nasty sort of instance. I mean, even if it's like burn right now, we've got a really, really solid hand. And who doesn't love these Odyssey Islands? Oh, I love them. Oh, they're so great. So we won no matter what. We're at least 3-2 today. So I'm feeling, oh no, here we go. Ah, are we up against it? I'm going to wait out a Kombaji Witches. Hopefully that's not what he's on. I almost want to see Demir here. No, it's only, I think it's 2 Ash Barrens. I'm not sure. We'll go over the deck list after the win, lose, or draw here. Like I said, I'm just happy we're going to at least 3-2 with it. Here's this. I'm feeling my spidey senses tingling here with the Radiant Fountain draw. No, I'm going to hold back. That bow's not that important. If anything, it's a Gurmag Angler style thing. This could be black land destruction. A lot of times they need that life, so. I'm just happy I haven't screwed up. If you're new to Pauperganda, I'm not the best Twitch player. I tend to try to entertain a little bit more than I play. And my skill level, wherever it's normally at, it definitely drops about 15 to 20%. And and on top of that, you mix in that I'm usually fond of playing Rogue. All right, we'll play this. Could be. It's strange. A little wary here. I mean, we're going to end a turn Ambush Viper. But again, see, in the design of this deck, just even 2 or 3 days ago, and I had 3 Dispels in here, I'm like, scenarios like this, I just had hundreds of screen grabs and notes where, yeah, I got Counterspell in hand, but man, I just need a 1-mana answer. And it's like, well, what are they going to be able to do? They have to do an instant. Dispel's like one of the best things out there, and you don't feel as naked when you run all 4 of them. You know, the first thing people are going to do, they're going to copy paste this list and they're going to go, I think this only needs 2. They might do all right with it. I'm telling you, you're going to find out. And it really works well with Ninja, because who wants to block this thing? You're going to kill your dude. So we've already got Death on a Stick. We don't really need it. It's coming on over for this. Operation Ninja here. And I think we're just going to sit back. Hopefully we draw an island. That would be optimal. I'll do the Sprite. See if he's got another Dispel. No. That way we can at least avoid an Edict. Support the board. I've always loved Deathtouch and ping equipment. Deck's right up my alley, says Adam777. Awesome. Yeah. Hey, boy, he played right into that, didn't he? All right. I'm going to actually lose the Sprite here. It's got another Edict. He does. All right. This is some Caligula style looking deck, it looks like. You're new to that term. I don't blame you for scratching your head. I named decks that just try to kill everything in Caligula after the Roman emperor, who was actually pretty misunderstood when you really look into honest history. Most of the people that really drag his name through the dirt were people that were kind of under his heel and beck and call, and they, of course, when he's dead, they're going to go crazy after him. Call me crazy. I'm going to double cast here and play aggro. We've got a handful of just no. So look at this hand. Anything shows up, we can equip. I'm not going to equip yet. I want to have multiple answers. Pretty soon we'll equip it though. Handful of Garys, let's hope. Or maybe Thorn of the Black Rose or something like that. Yeah, it could be 7/7. All right. Hey, this is getting better. Yeah, I was just on the phone with a little fight this morning. Our ship's engineer saying, and I'm sure he rolled his eyes and was like, I've heard that before about that deck, but it's like, no, I think I got the formula worked out here. I can't tell you. I've probably spent 100 tickets online in losses with this deck, so counter that. I've made a lot too. I mean, it's probably all broke even or a little bit ahead, but especially on Twitch, it's very. I was pretty ballsy playing this today because I'm not a good Twitch player, and this is very intense, skill intensive, and then I'm trying to entertain too. So enough of the excuses. You know what I'm talking about. Here we go. All right, Pulse of Murasa. Good to go. That was the other thing too. I lost Bone Splitter in the last iteration. It was like, I'm not trying to be the beatdown here, and it was just I don't know. One of those decks just didn't feel like you needed it. I don't know what do you want to call that. Just I'm gonna say NBC Calig. It'd be kind of nice if we beat another NBC deck to just kind of shore up the win and show that it can be done. Ha. All right, Relic might actually be good as a 1-spot. Pulse of Murasa, if he's killing everything, we're going to want that. Again, when you look at a nemesis matchup of deck styles, you have to look at what your deck's weak against in the optimal scenario of what's going to end up happening. Not, and I hate to point fingers, Little Fight, but not in the case sometimes, optimism's a great thing, but sometimes you can look at a deck, and I know I was just talking to Little Fight about this morning, kind of jabbing at him. You can hope for things to go optimally, or you can go, okay, well, what's the worst case scenario here, and what card can do the most here? And that enter Dispel and company. So, all right. I don't think it's worth another Relic. Counterspell felt nice. All these things feel nice because we can just keep doing stuff. I'm going to lose the Relic. I mean, if he's on Gurmag, I've already said I don't think Relic's that good against Gurmag. Sure, turn 1, they're still going to cast it. God, I love this card. Hopefully this is the last match. Yesterday's stream was 4 hours and like 4.5 hours. We hit a record, went over a bunch of decks, but I'm not going anywhere real soon after, so don't everybody bolt. We'll go over this list and a few others. I don't think we'll play any other games, though. I'm a little mentally shot. Well, that's cool. I'm just going to hold for a cycle of Ash Barrens. I really like Pulse of Murasa for a lot of reasons, but in a deck that wants its creatures back, and sometimes its lands, Ash Barrens is where it's at. Alrighty. This is interesting. So he is on some sort of Dimir build. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We might be in for a fight. Forest. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. We can Viper at the end of turn and turn it into that. The same can be said for Sprite too, so I'm going to chill. See if he's got it. Always on their turn. Do you got it? Do you got it? Gosh, do I want Dispel? I'm going to cast the Falls here just because he's probably going to be able to kill our ninja in response. And having one forest up isn't going to do much, whereas we're kind of paying our dues with this dude here. Well, fine, if he wants to kill the ninja, we'll at least get... Hey, let's go. This dude back. Zap! It's dead. What's the crime? Echoing Decay it is. We got nothing. Alchemy. Maybe we should have Relic. Let me, if we go to game 3, depends. Seems like, I don't know, guy had a really awkward first draw. Pestermite's going to really shine here if it lives. I could play this. I'd rather just flash the Viper and have Counterspell back up. Hits for 2. We don't really have the combo. There's no anglers staring us down. So, what sort of treachery is this? You know, I think I want to counter that. I don't want blockers. That's a really good blocker. He wants to do that. We'll see if we can sneak a Sprite through. He already knows we have this, so he's probably on either another Decay or a Disfigure. Oh, I don't know why he did that if he knows that we had a Sprite in hand. Interesting. Well, that worked out. I thought we were just killing that because 1, 2, 1, 2. We're still in that same scenario. I'm going to try to drop a land here. Yeah. Bottom, top. Do this while I can. We're not really buying much with, if he's got removal, he's probably going to target the mage, or he would have targeted this if it was 1 mana. So let's go get our combo pieces. Might be better to just grab a artifact land here. We'll grab the bow. That way we got a must counter with a few things behind it. Yeah, normally these kind of strategies, you know, control player just sits back, says Mother May I, or plays a game of Mother May I and just says no all the time. But when you mix in the ability of Flash, that's why I affectionately call this deck Flash Gordon, you're able to do some pretty cool stuff. Muldrifter. Bottom top. Huh. Preordain. Say bottom top. We'll play it. Bring this here. I'm going to attack. This. I can sit back. Ambush Viper. Draw off the blue. Man is feeling good. Open up the graveyard for the peanut gallery. Thank you. I think you're getting a little biased now, Adam 777. I love the deck too, but I finally got this ratio figured out. Does he have a counterspell? Alchemy is the business term of the 90s, my man. Anybody know the quote of that movie? I'll be very impressed. Boy, right on time. I really wanted to see that. Is the game over? Another land and a Pestermite will be optimal here. Even a flicker, trick, or 3 or undying isn't going to do much. Still vulnerable to shrivel and such. Yeah, I used to have 2 of each, but I just found out, you're turning on a little bit of hate outside of a Wretch Mind play with artifact lands and fetchability. I think I got 2 seats and 1 forest. That's how I rolled with it, but so when the combo doesn't show up again, I mean, this is about a 3-turn clock here. This feels good. I'm going to cast the dude here. What's with the quote Deluxe? Oh, I'm always trying to freshen things up and not just copy paste a card. I'll let this go. It's not that important. Well, you could argue if he's got Gurmag Angler and then he's able to kill. I've got 3 sets of removal. All right, you kill it. That's all right. Maybe he's got Crypt Incursion. He's flashing something back here. This I'm going to counter. Try to squash the hope there. Oh, the movie quote. Hudson Hawk, one of my favorites. Nobody else likes it. I love that movie. Yes. Tikur, that is correct. Even this, we don't have to... we let this go. He's going to draw cards. He's got 1 black source. I've got 2 counter spells and the ability to just shoot it. I know he draws cards, but... there is that. Last 2 days I was playing this too. I've had some really nice interactions and people online where they're just like, holy crap, can I get that list? Makes you feel pretty good. Not out of the woods yet. This deck can draw a lot of cards and a lot of answers. Oh, T-Core too, cool. Yeah, I think that movie was just timed wrong. It came out right after Die Hard, and everybody was expecting Die Hard 2. And all it is, it's like a comic book just done in real time, and it's so goofy. And James Coburn. And I remember in high school I was studying for my SATs, and I just watched it and was just laughing like crazy. This is main deck, main turn. I'm gonna counter this because we really got him up against the ropes here. He's digging for an answer. I don't want him to find it. If he can kill that, that's okay. All right, but now he needs a 1-mana answer. He might find it. Dispel. He's doing this on his turn. He found it. It's okay. We still got the ability to zap. That's fine. 2 dead dudes in the yard. So now we know what we're up against if this does go to game whatnot. Bottom, top. Here we go. We're at this level of life. Let's do this. I can at least do 3 this turn. Maybe a little bit more next. I feel like we are close to the same age, man, says T-Core. Yeah. I know I'm always teasing myself for being the old man of Magic, but I know there's quite a few of you out there that got me by a few years. I think my Delver haircut says it all. I think that kind of implies I'm a lot older than I am, but sorry for the sirens. If those are coming through the mic, I apologize. Damn these alchemies. Yeah, I almost feel sorry for my boys in this day and age. I'm sure every generation says that, but I just call them a phone face all the time because, guys, just constantly just illuminated, and it seems like all they like to do. All right, we'll shoot you. Whereas our generation, outside of binge watching Transformers and Saturday morning cartoons, was some pretty good times. One, two, three. First of all, I'm going to shoot you. I want to put this on this. He's going to disfigure it. Okay. Deck full of counter magic. He's all tapped out, minus one thing. This will die. This will stay. I love when this happens. I'll play this now. I'll untap this. Ends up turning into a nice shock. I hope he doesn't have Crypt Incursion. Or Shrivel. There's a lot of things that'll get him right back in this. But now that we know what we're up against, if we do go to game 3, it'll be a little bit more even. We still haven't drawn any Pulse of Murasas, which will really open the door wide on this. We've got enough mana here. We can kind of play hopscotch with Viridian Longbow. And hopefully win the game. Hey! So, my little Death Deluxe went 4-1. The only game we lost was to Mono Black Control. Don't go anywhere. We're going to cover the list too. So here's my baby. This is if you're really bored and curious and you want to, oops, sorry about the infinity screen there, and you want to experiment with my shenanigans. Let's go to details. Here we go. Let's go to deck list. There it is. Sorry about this, guys. Been at this all day. But please do me a favor. Do yourself a favor. Screw me. Just try it as is. I think you'll see. I know the dispel count seems high and stuff, but it's up there. And now I'm tempted to play it in the challenge because outside of Mono Black Control, and even then, let's look at what happened. Very first time it could come out, the witches were present, and we had one hand. I would never put in any boosters in this deck. That's what counterspells are for, kind of a catch-all, so I wouldn't go with like a Spider Silk Armor. But anyway, back to the questions at hand. We have 19 lands, only 2 Ash Barrens, 1 Forest, 1 Tree of Tales, 4 Thornwood Falls. It's super consistent, as we just saw. 1 seat, and the tree is you're able to turn the Trinket Mages into a Ranger, and in a pinch, as we saw in a few of the games. The rest are islands. I think there's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. 2 longbows, 1 relic main. We always just trip in this against aggro. It just draws you a card. It's never really dead. 4 Preordain, 4 dispels. You did not mishear me. 4. I think I've beaten that dead horse. Everybody's still in the chat. It got real quiet after I won. Hopefully it didn't drop. 4 sprites, 4 counter. Oh, there you are. 4 counterspells, 4 ambush vipers, 4 recluse, 3 ninjas, 3 Pulse of Murasa. MVP of the deck. You cannot build this deck without this, unless the meta game is everybody's playing one deck that's already weak to this. It's just, well, I just rewind the video if you're watching this on YouTube. There's just so many times this just brings you right back in it. And it has so many targets with Ash Barrens, being able to thin out your deck or go get pieces of the puzzle. 4 Trinket Mage, usually used as blockers. 4 Pestermites, and that does it for the main deck. Pestermites are really good. Once you have these equipped, as we saw, you can double ping, do all kinds of good stuff. Hydroblast didn't come in once, and that's okay. Didn't face any red decks, but usually you're able to do really good, obviously, with Dispel, Counterspell, Spellstutter Sprite, or right up there with traditional Delver as far as the amount of counter activity we've got. 2 Tranquilities might look awkward to you, but keep in mind that things like Journey to Nowhere and such are not auras, and so a lot of the popular things out there, this just smashes all of them. And against like the UG Fog deck and things like that, that just kind of try to lock you out of things. Hexproof, Heroes, etc. 2 might be a bit much, maybe 1, but with enough draw, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just not good enough of a player. The 4th Pulse of Murasa, I was trying to get cute with little answers to burn. In the end, we just want more organic, synergistic ways to make the deck work. Terrifying Presence, we didn't see it all today, but imagine this card. I've got, 1 Recluse out, and you attack while I fog and I kill one of your guys. That's how this reads. Keep in mind, though, if you're able to kill the creature that I target, the fog doesn't work. So it's a really nasty give and go there. 3 Serrated Arrows. We didn't see Tribe at all, but we did see Delver, but we never even played it because we just had Viridian Longbow out already. And 1 more Relic in the board, as we saw in game 1 against Tron, kind of meant the difference in games 2 and 3. So one of you were asking about another list before I hit the commercials, and if you're new to Pauperganda, please don't just run away. We've got 2 or 3 really custom made commercials just for the Pauper format, but if I'm forgetting what it used to be, but you mean Trinket Mage. Yes, let me go through would you consider an additional longbow on the board in case they play deck? No, Gobo Hunter, I wouldn't, because when this doesn't show up, it's okay. They have to attack. You can block anything with this, and then at an instant speed, this is just a Doom Blade. So when the first iterations of this deck, I did have 3, and then I would run the enchantment one, and I had all these little contingency plans for when things got, and it was just like, you know what? I'm trying to do 20 damage. Let's counter some stuff. Do this. If this works, great. We kill everything. If not, this is going to kill everything, and so is this just on its own. So if they want to junk up their deck, I think we might have seen, no offense to the Boros pilot, but maybe overboarded a little bit, which is a common occurrence with a lot of people when you've got a lot of tricks and toys to play with. So anyway, so that's the deck, guys. I don't hear any other requests for the stream there. I'm going to go check out the UFC fight. If you're new to Pauperganda, and if you're not, thank you for joining us on this Saturday. Don't go anywhere. We've got some custom commercials to roll too, and if they're new to you, I promise you're going to like them. But our regular time is Fridays at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every Friday, unless otherwise noted. And we're on Facebook and all the social media crap too. So anyway, guys, this is Deluxeicoff signing off. Thanks for joining us here on Pauperganda. We'll see you on Friday.
harvested the hottest spices in all of Dominaria. We've delved deep into the forgotten caves of Kelthor to bring you the hottest sauce of any plane. Introducing Flame Tongue Hot Sauce. Our thermal alchemists have flame slashed and fire blasted only the most Syrian ingredient to bring a flame to your tongue that causes serious damage. Get tongued. Get Flame Tongue Hot Sauce. Deal 4 damage to any meal.
Available at all fine Sinclair superstores.
Are you feeling bogged down or despondent? Has a friend or loved one noticed you look withered? Then Phyresius may be right for you. Phyresius is an all-natural Phyrexian supplement that can give you a different outlook on life. Do not take Phyresius while enchanted, equipped, or half shroud. Players taking Phyresius should not man vehicles for at least 3 turns. Avoid contact with humans or merfolk if you've had a recent gut shot or have had any interactions with the graveyard. In extreme cases, exile may occur. Ask your alchemist if Phyresius is right for you.
Available at Murasa's Market.
If you've been arrested, damaged, or counted, call the experienced attorneys at Jace, Gideon, and Vincer. Our lawyers specialize in Azorius law and will fight to give you the justice you deserve. Call 1-800-296-7487 for a free consultation. Even if you've manned a vehicle while Hydroblast, our attorneys are on the stack 24 hours a day.
Goblin, Fairy, Soldier, or Mirror, call Jace, Gideon, and Vincer.
Jace, Gideon, and Vincer. Call today.
Hey all you Pauperganda Knights! Want a great deal that also helps Pauperganda? Well, you're in luck! Visit FlipsideGaming.com for all your paper magic needs. Simply enter the code Pauperganda and get 10% off on all orders $10 or more. Plus, you'll help us too.